let's kick it off. Ready for the weekend, can't get enough. Got my crew, Mike, Paul, Joyce, ladies laugh. Zach and Lily bring the fun, we're on the path. It's the Nintopics podcast ride. Electronic beats and friends by my side. Gaming news and tales we'll share. No better way to start a weekend flair. Turn it up, volume high. Nintendo vibes, flying sky. Press play, let's dive in deep. Catching all the secrets we keep. It's the Nintopics podcast ride. Electronic beats and friends by my side. Gaming news and tales we'll share. No better way to start a weekend flair. Controllers, quick stories flow. Laughs and smiles as we go. Every Friday night so bright. Nintopics podcast feels so right. Oh. From Mario to Zelda quests. Talking all the games we love the best. Choices, insights, Zach's big grin. Lily's got the news, let's begin. It's the Nintopics podcast ride. Electronic beats and friends by my side. Gaming news and tales we'll share. No better way to start a weekend flair. Controllers, quick stories flow. Laughs and smiles as we go. Oh. Every Friday night so bright. Nintopics podcast feels so. Nintopic podcast, all things Nintendo. Yeah!
Yeah, I was about to do the Thriller dance. I did the Thriller. Welcome to the Nintopic Podcast. You are here. It is Friday. You made it. Congratulations, everyone in the chat. Congratulations to my amazing co-hosts. We are here. We made it. It's Friday. It's the best time of the weekend, and you are in the best place to say bye to the week and to welcome the weekend. There's no better way to spend your weekends than here at the Nintopic Podcast with the amazing crew that we have and a really interesting topic that we have today. I'm not sure you guys know what we're talking about today. I think nobody knows yet. I think we have this news exclusive here. I think we're this news.
know what it is.
We're
Talking about Zelda. Oh no.
Well, next week.
Next week.
Next week.
Oh yeah, next week is gonna be a good day because that's by the time we go next week, the game will have been out and we would have at least get our first impressions around the podcast. So it's gonna be another podcast next week.
Yes and no.
Right now we got the Nintopics Podcast crew starting with Paul Gale in the corner of the
He forgot who each and every one of us was.
I can't read.
Hold my hand, Paul. Hold my hand.
There you go.
Yeah,
We
read
don't know what we're doing.
Hold up. There you go. This guy. This guy. Right there.
There you go.
Totally patting Paul's head right now. Hi, Paul.
Yep.
There we go. Yeah.
It's been a good week. Like, gosh, the weeks go by really fast, though. You know,
Mhm.
which is like usually that's a sign of if you're having fun, time is flying, and
Yeah, sure.
that's kind of been this week. Part of it is work and school life, kid life, and all that kind of stuff, but then also just every day is this anticipation of something from Nintendo. Maybe, maybe not. All corners of the web are speculating. It's exciting. That's the main topic of today's show. I've been trying to see if I could find anything else myself
Hmm.
without taking advantage of any friendships or anything like that, because I never do that. There's realistically more people that I could talk to or ask than I do, but I don't just want to talk and ask certain people because of their position. You know what I mean? Like it's too easy, and my friendships are real friendships. It's not just because that person works here or there. So
Yeah.
very rarely do I dive into that world, but I'm seeing if there's some other avenues or something here and there to like shed a little bit of light on something. So part of my week has been a little bit exploratory. Haven't had too many game playing experiences this week. Dabbling a little bit of Princess Peach Showtime still. Like
Mhm.
the game is taking so much longer for me to beat than it is the length of. But you know what? For my little bit of gaming time that I've had in the last week and then the week prior, I'm
Mhm.
still having fun picking it up a little bit and playing. It's a cute, fun little game. So game wise, that's all I've been doing this week. But yeah, that's gonna change pretty soon.
Yeah.
I will make more time.
That's a week. All right. Thank you, Paul. And going over to the neighbor, the one on the, I think it's on your right side of Mario. Mario's typing away there. I think he's chatting with Peach, telling him something. But Zach Attack Hendricks, straight from Hollywood, Florida. That's Hollywood, Florida. Not even California.
Oh my, where is that at?
It's actually in Michigan. It's super confusing. But
Yeah. No, well, there is a Hollywood, Florida.
There is a Hollywood, Florida.
Yeah, go ahead. What's up, Zach, man?
How is it going, everybody? I am glad to be here. It has been a fun week on gaming. On the gaming side of things, I've been getting some Among Us in because it has been busy, and so when I can get a couple minutes to figure out who's sus and who's not, that's nice. But I was doing a 48-hour film festival, or not the festival part's coming soon. I was doing a 48-hour film competition, which will then be shown at a 48-hour film festival.
That's awesome.
And that was super fun. I already have the trailer for that today. So I was like, ooh, did some turning people into robots on the audio side of things. I always love doing that. Yesterday I was filming with some cybersecurity, or day before yesterday with some cybersecurity company to create their AI avatars for their websites, and so like we had to like scan them and stuff and record. Is super cool stuff. We're living in the future.
Yeah.
And
That's
other than
that's code for. I was filming the Nintendo Switch 2 trailer the other day.
Who knows? I don't even know if that thing's gonna come out. Honestly, we haven't gotten any news in so long.
What are you talking about?
Nudge, nudge.
But
Nobody knows anything about that Switch 2.
Except for Paul, and he won't tell us.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move over to Hyrule. Let's go over to Hyrule, stay there for a little bit, and let's go ahead and start with the magician herself, the tree builder, the tree builder.
Hello.
I didn't know it
so
moves.
Is a
I
puppet.
am the great Deku Tree.
I know it was a puppet.
It's a puppet! Yay!
It's awesome.
That's so freaking cool.
Lily,
Yeah, I know.
how are you doing, Lily?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I wanted to introduce my friend, the Deku Tree, because that was pretty much my entire week. Aside from work, at work it has been super busy in terms of a lot of training because it's my first week officially on my new role. So I've been reading, and it has been ongoing. So the good thing is that it was Friday, so I'm not going until Monday, and I'm very excited for that. So for the weekend, for video games, I haven't really played anything, to be honest, but I have been watching my boyfriend play. He was currently
Mhm.
well, he already finished Mega Man 11 because he
Yeah.
never actually played that one. So he successfully finished that. And I was also seeing that he was playing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder Revenge,
Yeah.
which was super cool, by the way.
Awesome.
So he also beat that one. So I was more like I wasn't really playing because we don't have another PlayStation 5 controller, sadly. But that one you can play in co-op, so that would be very, very nice to do so.
Yeah.
And well, we're gonna have a very busy week next week in terms of Zelda content. So yeah, I'm actually preparing for that. But other than that, yeah, I'm just glad that it's Friday.
That is awesome. What tip? Zelda streams are the worst on release date. Nobody wants to know what's happening in the streams.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay because it's going to be a must for me, unfortunately. I'll let you know more details on it next week. So stay tuned for that. So the other thing is that it's more for me, it's better if I do the live stream because I have content that I can prepare for YouTube.
Of course.
And I mean, like, if I want to work on videos and stuff like that, because it's kind of a frustrating for me seeing that everybody has posted already, like within 2 days, like, oh, I already successfully beat the game or whatever, and then they start to share spoilers, and I will prefer to play the game. However, I'm not gonna play it on release date. It's gonna be until Saturday. So
yeah, that works.
Ditto.
Yeah, at that point people are already at least in the game and they can
exactly.
I guess that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's good plan. All right, so continue on to Hyrule. We're going to the correspondent straight from Hyrule. I think she has some news over from Hyrule. Joyce J. Oh, Dr. Joyce J. How you doing, Doctor?
Dr. Hyrule. Today, something like that. Good evening, everyone. I am so excited for anything Zelda. I don't care if it's a spinoff. Hey, we got a new co-host.
Yes.
Paul's family. Shout out to Paul's family. Pretty low girl. And shout out to you, Boo Minnie. Thank you so much for your gifted membership. You are always supportive.
She never fails.
Yep.
Like never.
Thank you so much.
So let's see here. What so like I said, always excited for Zelda stuff. I don't care if it's a spinoff. I don't care when it's a main. I care more when it's a mainline game like Echoes of Wisdom. I'm very excited. I haven't been really watching a whole lot of stuff on it because I'm like, I'm already sold. What else do I really need to see? Right?
Yeah.
Nintendo just says Zelda, and I say, okay, how much and what time do I pick it up? That's kind of how I do Zelda.
Yeah.
On the gaming side, I'm got a report on Splatoon. The final Splatfest was last week, and it was a grand festival. Anyone who played, especially that's played the prior Splatoons, knows how much of a big deal this was. They rearranged the entire intro and had all these back-to-back concerts. It was so much fun. Team Future lost, and we lost bad. I mean, it was embarrassing. I don't think we had 2 points to rub together.
Yeah.
I was on Team Future.
There you go.
You were?
Didn't help.
No. We tried.
But
we tried.
Joyce reminded me, like, oh, that is something that I played. I was a part of the Splatfest. It was a lot of fun, though.
Team Pass won, right?
Yes, by an alarming amount. Was it passed? Yeah, it was passed. So there's that.
Make the area beautiful, like with the train and with the people. Like that's a lot of work. It's so amazing. It's like a whole other game level, a whole other beautiful thing for free.
Yeah,
it looked like Woodstock or something like that, like one of those big outdoor festivals.
Beautiful, right?
Except so I'm like, I kind of want to like go into the game like right now. I want to party with all the Squid Kids. This is awesome. And also I just got to see my girl Marina. So if you play Splatoon 2, you know that I love Marina. But something new I tried. I talked about it a little bit last week, but I wanted to finish most of the game. I'm not 100% finished with it. I got to do the DLC. But I played a game that's a few years old. I think it was on PlayStation 4 and it got ported over to Switch.
Nice.
It's a visual novel. It's called Crimson Spires. It's a visual novel. Of course, leave it to me to pick out a book to play on as a video game. It's a very, very good story. As somebody who enjoys mystery and I enjoy things that are kind of a little bit weird-ish, I'm a fan of M. Night Shyamalan when he gets it right, which isn't often, but sometimes he hits. So it's very much that style. There's a little bit of fantastical stuff in there, but if you can get, and there's romance and all that other stuff, you get past that. The story itself is what's really good. So for my mature friends, if you are into visual novels, I highly recommend it. Also, I need somebody to talk about it with, so when do y'all play it?
Send me the link. Send me the link. I'll look into it.
It's on the eShop.
Okay. Well, yeah,
I'll put it in our chat.
I already forgot it, so that's why I sent me the link.
No, but I got you.
All right. Thank you, Joycey. And so on my corner of the woods, just a quick announcement. All giveaway winners have been contacted. Okay, for the Indie Mania giveaway. You've been contacted. Check your spam folder, please. You have 7 days to claim your prize, and if in 7 days no one claims the prize from the moment that email arrived, then we will be choosing other winners. So, and then eventually, by the third winner chosen, if that one doesn't claim it, then those prizes will just move forward to the next giveaway for Indie Mania. So, just make sure you select. I saw a few familiar names in the winners list, so make sure you guys check your spam to make sure that you don't miss out on that 7 days to claim. We only got like 3 people claiming right now so far, so that's the one thing on my side of the corner. Number 2, talking about Indie Mania. Indie Mania has given birth to a podcast called the Indie Spotlight Podcast. We just recorded the first episode today with an amazing developer. It's airing on Wednesday, and it's also accompanied by giveaway. So if you have not subscribed yet to the Indie Mania channel, go ahead and do so. The first podcast episode is coming out on Wednesday. Every podcast episode has giveaways, has digital codes. So all you got to do is just follow. It's very easy. It's very easy. Comment down below with something that we talk about on the podcast itself. So today we had Roberto today from Cactus Production and An Everyday Story, one of the most beautiful games that we've had on the show. And so we had today the recording on the podcast came out fantastic. It's already uploaded, done. So make sure you set your reminder for that podcast coming out on Wednesday. And with that, what I've been playing, I was playing Mario versus Donkey Kong because I was like just kind of releasing all the pressure from Indie Mania. And I'm still kind of recovering and still kind of getting my sleep back to order because I was sleeping 2 hours. I was sleeping 2 hours per night. My wife could tell me like, "What are you doing awake? Did you just go to bed?" I just can't sleep. My brain won't shut off. And so I'm getting back. Last night I slept 5 hours, which is good, And so little by little, I'm getting back my strength. Today we had again that really cool interview, which is awesome. Going back to Indie Mania stuff without the pressure and the deadlines and all that stuff, and just kind of sitting back and relaxing and talking to developers is super fun. So don't forget to check that out. And I've been playing Mario and Donkey Kong online because it's a cool game to relax with little puzzles here. Get the key, put it in the hole, open the door, go over there, get all the little gifties. I'm on World 7 right now. I think that's the last world. I've gotten all of the gifts, so I'm 100%ing all the way through. Don't know what's inside the gifts yet, so don't tell me because I'm not sure if there's anything.
But, Mike, I think you lost my email. I didn't get my winning email for all the games that I like, so we need you to hook that up.
I'll double check. Oh, by the way, yeah. After the big prizes go, then all the digital codes go. So guess what? I think we have enough. Wait, no, we don't. We have enough digital codes for the majority of people on the list. And then we have some codes that we're gonna save for the finale of the podcast, Pajama Party. By the way, that was the third announcement. Pajama Party podcast on the Indie Mania. Nintopic podcast finale.
Yeah, there too. Yeah, let's go.
The Nintopic podcast finale, just a reminder, it's going to be on December 12th. This is a Thursday. Normally our podcasts are on Friday. This is gonna be a Thursday because that's the Game Awards, right? And so our on the Game Awards over the past 3 years, we made it a tradition to watch the Game Awards. That being the finale, we take a little break, holiday break. We come back in January for season 4. But that last episode, we are in Nintendo pajamas, right? We wear Nintendo pajamas and we have a lot of fun. And we watch the Game Awards. We yell at the screen and no what, and we root for our games and for Nintendo and stuff. And
We're
so
going to be very vocal this year. Last year we were a little bit tame, but we're gonna be very vocal.
yeah. And then we'll have some games because I know that
trivias, please.
Yeah, trivia. We'll do some games like between us on the podcast here. That way we can. It's really long. It's about 3-4 hours.
About
Yeah,
3 or
it's a
4 hours.
3-hour
Yeah.
show.
Is that long? I mean, we
It's-
have been for 3 hours here.
Yeah.
That's our average.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
the
need
show is
6
fun.
hours, Mike. 6 hours.
If the show is fun, we're all having fun with it. And if the show is a little lackluster, we're having fun with each other. So we still make for an entertaining night.
Yeah.
Exactly. There you go.
Do we get to eat snacks and like share snacks
Yes.
with each other?
I will allow
Okay,
the
great.
snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you.
Got our
Like you had to ask.
nutritionist. Paul is our nutritionist. All right. So
Paul is our nutritionist. Let me go get something that is going to thoroughly annoy him. I'll be back.
Nothing bothers me. Man, I just bought pizza today. That was my on the way home food. Like I had pizza today. It was so good. You
From
gotta
where?
live.
From where?
You gotta work out, but you also gotta live. You have 5 senses. So you cannot deprive your taste buds as one of your 5 senses. You gotta live a little.
I've deprived
I'm living for these airheads.
But I left the mainstream soda for sparkling water. I have not turned back. So best choice I've ever made, right? You know, 'cause I'm used to sparkling water. Whenever I drink soda now, I can't, as it's too sweet now. But I like sparkling water. Which
This is just pure sugar. I don't even think it's the good kind that grows. That just like grows. I just think it's just man-made sugar and dye. Go airheads.
From Sweetums. That's from Sweetums from this show called Parks and Rec. If you guys know what I'm talking about. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the main topic for today. The only topic we have today, Nintendo Switch 3. And I think Nintendo Switch 3,
I thought it was 3 through 8.
I said we had exclusive. We're talking about, we're skipping the 2. We're talking about the 3. We're talking about the 3 now.
Nice.
Totally makes sense.
Nintendo
That's
Switch
exactly
2,
how it works.
not 3. I know the chat's going nuts. The Nintendo Switch 2, not 3. I don't think that will be a thing, hopefully. And so a lot has happened this week, hasn't it? First thing, finally, the curse has been broken. We broke 50K on the channel. Thanks to everyone who subscribed. You guys are amazing.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it, man.
It would happen eventually.
Listen, I've been stuck in 59.9 for like 2 months now, 3 months. It's like, man, that last 100 has been whoa. But man, it happened. It happened. YouTube released the curse, and then when we flew by. And so with that, Nintendo Switch 2, a lot of news happened this week, which is incredible. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen because
This is my first time seeing it. I'm sorry, but yeah, sorry. Carry on.
that happened. We have the Nintendo Switch 2 CAD file. This right here is called the CAD file. It's a 3D file that they use to make the cases for accessories, right? And so we have a combination of CAD files and a combination of real images from the Nintendo Switch 2. And so let's go ahead and go over all the images. We'll talk about the specs a little bit, and then we'll go over another part of the conversation, which was pretty cool. It came out today. I released a video on it today. We'll go over that as well. So right
Then I'll
now,
discuss the most important thing about Switch 5.
okay, let's switch.
6, whatever number we're on.
So for my friends out there who are seeking some type of confirmation on whether this leak is real and this is something we should really take into account, I like that in my Nintendo News .com, which is our source for today, really put down the first three things they said before they put the article is confirmations from three different credible sources. Okay, number one, Neco Felipe from Brazil, right? PH Brazil PH or Neco Felipe. Okay, really credible source, guy who said 2025 Nintendo Switch 2 2025. He was the first one who said it. He was the one who also mentioned the August Direct. We got a double whammy. When we got the museum Direct, he said, nope, that's not it. We're getting another one. Nobody believed him. We got a double whammy on August. Okay, that's his most recent, really credible source. He mentions, we'll go over what he mentions next, but right now he's very credible. That's why he's on the list. He mentions that this is a legit leak. It's real. Then we have the update number 2. A leaked PBC has X6 on it, the letter X and the number 6 printed on it, which matches the code for an earlier Switch 2 prototype. Okay, so that's source number 3. And then VGC, Video Games Chronicle, says that the leaked Switch 2 images line up with the final design. All right, Nintendo partners were shown. So they have some resources or some connections that are Nintendo partners. These partners spoke to them about what they saw, and they have confirmed that these images are exactly what they were shown. Okay, so these are very good, credible sources. I am going to go as far as to say, yes, this is what we're getting. Okay, at least when it comes to the visual part, we don't know anything about what's new feature-wise, right? Because we can have a same form factor, which is great, because why mess with something that works? So same form factor, bigger screen, a whole bunch of stuff, but at least we know what we're getting. Then with that, I'm going to go over really fast the most important parts of the specs, and I'm going to go over this really fast because it's, number 1, we're getting a new let's say here new memory, like new memories for the RAM, which is LPDDR5X, which is really good, by the way. A dual channel with 6 gigabytes each, making it a 12 gigabyte of RAM. So this is good. Okay. Then one of my most worried parts was the actual storage. What kind of storage technology was Nintendo going to use? And I'm happy to say that they're using the same exact technology when it comes to storage. Okay, the how much space you have to install games that PS5 has. Okay, so and Xbox Series S was basically the M.2 architecture, like with the SD card, right? A solid state with 256 gigabytes, UFS 3.1. Okay, and that's as far as I'm going to go. I'm not going to go too techie on this, but just to give you an idea, it's remember the leaks, the rumors about Breath of the Wild having no loading time. This is responsible for that, right? The NVIDIA chip, the new NVIDIA chip, and the fasting read speeds on the hard drive or the SSD card. It's not a hard drive anymore. It's a hard SSD card, solid state. It does have NFC, and it does have a built-in microphone. Okay, it has 2 fans, which is good, right? And let's see here, visual display port, HDMI 2.1, output 4K resolution. So that is good. What else we got here? We have the network chip has been upgraded. It's a gigabit Ethernet, which is good because it can for better internet connections. Let's see here, micro. I'm not gonna go with that. Video game console, blah blah. For some reason, there is a protective case. So the model.
Included?
Yeah, a video game console protective case, and we have the dimensions, which is 206 by 115 by 14 millimeter, made of plastic. So that is interesting, right? I don't remember, at least in the past couple of years, Nintendo adding any protective anything. So at least we know that we're getting some type of protection added by Nintendo. That's pretty cool. And of course, the speakers, we're getting, of course, stereo speakers. Musebox are, and I'm not going to go too far into that. Now let's look at the images. Right here, we have the comparison of the
Mm.
Nintendo Switch. This is the base model. You can
The
see
base model.
it has the crappy the crappy thingy here, and this
Oh,
is
it's so delicate.
Old school
I never
kickstand.
understood why they even thought that was a good idea
Yeah,
in the first
no,
place. Like,
it
y'all
wasn't.
didn't test this out, like, just in the office.
No.
Like, you should probably do something with the skid
No.
stand.
I know what they were doing. They know that they had all it already planned out, and then you know what? Let's just put this little crappy here. And then so they can be impressed by this one, because if they do this first, the people will complain about that. They want something better, so they'll do the crappy first, and then the
no.
mediocre after. So here we have the bigger one here. Okay, this is the comparison between the two systems. What a big comparison! That is huge. And as you can see on the side here, can you guys see this well, or do I have to?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, if you can zoom it, that'll be great.
Can you see it better?
Yeah.
Okay.
A
Okay.
little bit.
Do you guys see this when I zoom like this, or no?
So it kind of
Okay,
pushes in, like it has like a. It doesn't slide from what I'm seeing.
So it doesn't. It like it's not making it bigger, right?
Mm-mm.
No, not
Okay.
anymore. But we can
But
see it.
it got bigger initially.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is better.
Okay. So it got bigger when I did this.
Yeah, it did.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like it gets
yeah,
smaller.
we're
And
good.
now it's smaller again.
Right. Okay. There you go.
And now it's bigger. Oh wait, yep,
Bigger?
perfect.
Smaller, bigger.
That's the biggest.
All right. So as you can see here, it's a different type of rail. It's not a rail anymore. It's like more like a slot. Okay. So
Yeah.
a slot where the Joy-Con enters and is attached by the magnet, and it's pulled in by the magnet. Then we got another here. As you see, this is the actual right Joy-Con, and I can show you. I'm sure if you can see it on my little square here, but this is the right Joy. Well, it's not the right Joy-Con. I gotta learn my right, my left. What's wrong with me? This is not the right Joy-Con. That was the
How
right.
many lefts do you have?
This is the right Joy-Con. I'm like, because I turned it around and it became the left. I'm like,
That's pretty good.
yeah, like this is the right, now to the left. The right, now the left. Anyway, here we have the right Joy-Con. That's the one we're looking at here. It's a lot bigger. It's gonna be a lot bigger, not as small as this. And of course, you can notice it does have an additional button right here. We're gonna talk about that now because we know what that button is. Okay.
Oh, we do?
Yep.
Ooh, intriguing.
And we got here the bottom part of the Nintendo Switch. We have the USB-C for docking. These two things could be either just for the air to come out intake, because it does has two fans. So I don't know if there's one here, one on the other side, or it could be two SD slots. Who knows? I don't know. Could be. And then we have, this is a real image. This is the Joy-Cons, and this image looks like it could be waste. You know, like when they're manufacturing some things, sometimes things break or whatever, and they just kind of somebody took it aside, took a picture, because you can tell here this has something here, this one doesn't have it, and then some missing parts. This one is like this part here is kind of inserted in. This one is coming out, whatever. And then we have this little button here. It's missing on this one, so it looks like this is just kind of So the back here, we see the little back part here, and then we have the additional button on the bottom here. So that is the Joy-Con. These are actual images of the Joy-Con. As you could tell, they made these buttons a lot better. So you literally don't need to add that little click thingy, the little slide click thingy that to make him look better. They actually just gave us bigger button. And is it SL? SL?
SR.
SL, yeah.
Shoulder left, shoulder right.
That's what it means?
Yep.
Shoulder? That's dumb. That's so dumb. All right, so then we have that. We got this. That's the other part of the Joy-Con. And we also know what this is now. We'll talk about that later. We have here the inside. We have the card where the motherboard goes because it's missing everything. The motherboard card here. This is the left Joy-Con. This is the right Joy-Con here. You see the two slots here. Moving forward, this is the back of the Nintendo Switch 2. This is the top part, and then of course we see here there's another USB slot here. We got the headphone jack. We have the it looks like this is where the cartridges go, And we have the volume rockers, just like the Nintendo Switch, right?
Hey, do we
Yep.
know next to the vents, on the left side of the vents, there's another little button
Right here,
right there.
Yep.
there.
Yep.
There is no, there's nothing on there yet. No, we don't know anything about that
Okay.
yet. Yeah. And of course, here's a comparison from the screens. It's mega.
Beautiful.
This is the OLED, by the way. This is the OLED
Oh,
compared.
okay. I was gonna ask.
Yeah, this is the OLED screen compared to the actual screen. Although it looks like a little bit like.
Can I say something about the screen?
Yeah, say it, Jersey. Sing it.
Well, no, no, seriously. I'm like low key because this is kind of just what I feel personally.
Yeah.
I feel like the OG Switch was kind of like, oh my God, Wii U failed. We got to get something out there to the people. We got to get these games going, you know. And then they gave us the OG Switch, and then they're like, okay, let's polish it up a little bit, and then they gave us the OLED. This time, I think what they're doing is they're like, okay, we've had plenty of time to think about it. We have plenty of time to put all these things in it. I think there's going to be, just based off of the screen, I could see us Netflix.
Oh yeah.
And we already have Hulu, but I can see them working out something with Netflix and other streaming services. I know Nintendo wants us to focus on games, but just having the apps there as an option, I don't see that as a bad thing in a time where everybody's streaming something. So
yeah, and there is a rumor out there that somebody already saw the UI. And yeah, it's a mixture apparently of something about 3DS and then something different, like a big like a more modern one. So that's just a rumor. There's no confirmation about that, but apparently that's out there. I'm not gonna cover it because until I see it, you know. But we have that, which is pretty cool, bigger screen. Then this is the entire unit. Now you might want to subscribe to the Mike Gossi channel. You know why? Because I got
He has one.
I got my hands on the 3D CAD file, and I am 3D printing my own so that you guys can take a look at a comparison and everything. So I have a guy working on the 3D print. I'm gonna have it on the channel. Nintendo's gonna strike me down, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a side-by-side comparison. Although somebody already else beat me to it, you'll find out now in a little bit, and you'll find out why they beat me to it, and it's okay. I'm gonna pass. I want to let them have it because they did a good job, and they supplied more details. They have an inside source who provided them with the CAD file from behind the scenes, so they had all the information before it was out. So far, this is what we have for the Nintendo Switch 2. We have credible sources telling us it is real. It's not fake. It's the thing. It's what we're getting. And Nintendo.
I have concerns.
And one thing that Nintendo did, which is super hilarious, I don't think anybody picked up on it, but have you noticed how when this leaked, they did not tweet at all on that. Like literally they stopped tweeting. They did
Radio silent.
completely. And then their very next tweet, oh, we're suing we're suing Power.
We got some kind of announcement. It may not have been the announcement we wanted, but we got an
Nintendo
announcement.
lawyers.
That's their warning shot to the Switch
Ninjas.
people.
Nintendo
Wait a minute,
ninjas.
and then later that night they had a picture or still a 1,000-year door, I think, and they were like, "Good night, everybody," and I'm like, "Y'all just messing with us."
See, the
Yeah.
day before it was
Messing with
that.
But the funny thing is that when they mentioned the lawsuit, right at the bottom, they said we will not be mentioning the Switch successor or games during this announcement. I'm like, what announcement? What are you talking about? What presentation?
Why would we expect that at a lawsuit?
We're not going to be talking about Nintendo Switch 2. Anything.
And my whole joke with Mike was, okay, so are they like, is this a presentation of the lawsuit? Are we gonna be in the courtroom?
They snap and then like the evidence goes by.
Man,
They do the whole thing Nintendo Direct
Nintendo
style.
Style lawsuit.
With like
At
just
first
a
we have
dash
one
of Ace
more
Attorney.
We have one more thing.
oh yeah,
Oh, they use the lawsuit to announce the new Ace Attorney.
oh my god.
You know what? That'd be actually hilarious. I wish Nintendo would do some stuff like that. Like have us have us thinking one thing and then boom, it's something else. I wish they would do that. Anyway.
It was
They
just,
wished us good night that night. They don't I think the tweet came like at like 9 or 10 o'clock Central Time at night.
It was
They
late.
don't tweet that late.
The day before, it was odd. It was not at 7 a.m. Pacific time, not at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock was finally when they had that great fairy. Here's how the great fairies look like, whatever, in Zelda. And the next day, yes, the PAL World. And then, like Joyce just said, late at night that evening was the Goodnight Mario with Mario and Link, and
They're messing with
Mario.
us.
They know this is the type of Nintendo. It feels very reminiscent of when they were getting ready for that one Nintendo Direct, and they had the Chibi Robo, and Chibi Robo,
Yes!
they had him on fire, like they were having fun with the fans.
yeah.
It's sort of reminiscent of the NX reveal leading up to it. It was a different type of Nintendo attitude on their NOA account, in which the other accounts, operate differently, but somewhat co-independently. This bodes well for something being sooner than later, I think. Like in my projection, a week ago, I said, based off of a little bit of information, I think 1 to 6 weeks. I could be wrong, and they could wait till the middle of March, right? But looking at
March
how this week
31st.
has transpired, I think this week's events bode well for that. Yeah, I think 2 to 5 weeks is now, or 1 to 5 weeks left is like right about that right timing.
Mm-hmm.
Totally could be wrong, but gosh, it feels right.
It was just so hilarious that they had to issue. It was Nintendo of Japan, so I'm trying to find their channel. Their
I think it was like their corporate LTD that
do they have
posted it.
Nintendo LTD?
Yeah, I forgot. I gotta find it. It was in Japanese.
Yeah, it was this account? Yeah, this one right here. So notice, concern, decision, financial notification, blurpity blurp. The company stock. There's Mario doing something. This is June 27. Never mind. What is this? Did it remove the tweet?
Oh my.
Yeah, it looks like they removed it. I guess that was the entire purpose of the tweet. To kind of distract from the other thing.
There's only one thing that can distract us now. Just tell me if Switch 2 plays Zelda.
Imagine they do the Direct and then they're like, but all of this came at a cost. There will be no Zelda games on this system generation.
You want to run that
Equivalent exchange.
Y'all gonna come to my funeral? Because that's gonna take me out.
All right, so the next part of the let me go ahead and get everyone's reaction just to the first part of the news, because the other part, it will be kind of the second part of the podcast, which is also Nintendo Switch 2, but we're going to go deeper into the it's going to be fun. The second part is even more fun. We have stuff to show. So Joycey, what are your first not your first impressions, your third or fifth or sixth or seventh impression of the images? What do you think about it? Like it's quite bigger. You have your OLED, you know how it fits in your hand and everything. Now you have a 8-inch. By the way, it is said that we will have the OLED will be the biggest handheld. I mean, the Switch 2 will be the biggest handheld on the market, because even the Steam Deck is big, but it's only 7.4 inches. It's not 8 inches. So the biggest handheld on the market. What do you think about that, Joycey?
Here's what I honestly think. And I'm excited, don't get me wrong, but I kind of don't care in a way. And the reason why is because I just need the box to play the games. That's it. And it is exciting. It is fun. Mm-hmm. I do like that they have increased the size, because especially with the way my hands are stiffening and everything, mm-hmm. I'm working on it, but hopefully this isn't permanent. I don't like to play handheld. I want to play with a controller in my hands that I can immediately kind of drop or pick up or whatever. But if I am reading or playing a visual novel or something like that, I do like the idea of a bigger screen. I can see great with my glasses, but without them. So I am excited about that. But mainly my focus is I want games. What the next system just completely signifies to me is we're about to get some more games. I want to see the reveal so I can see little snippets of the games that they're probably planning probably first year.
Yeah.
It's so cool seeing the big Hinox slam at Link or whatever in the first reveal when Breath of the Wild was coming out. That was exciting. So I do like it. I do like that it's a little bit bigger because for people that have bigger hands or whatever, better grip. And then I also kind of like the fact, 'cause I think also what Nintendo is saying is they want to make both sides happy. They of course want to make their fans happy that are in Japan, and a lot of people in Japan do prefer handheld.
Yeah.
And then they want to make us happy because we want to go sit down. Well, not all of us, but a lot of us want to go sit down somewhere and play a game. I don't want to take it on the road with me, necessarily, or while I'm traveling and I have to be paying attention to what I'm traveling for and not playing the game. So it's a win-win, and it will probably play Zelda. So y'all should get one of these when it comes out.
You made a good point.
Don't start, Zach.
You made a good point. You made a good point to the that will kind of go with the fact that it mentions that there is a protective case on there, because I think that's their answer to the ergonomic part. I think they are providing a case that goes on the Switch itself, and it will add that extra grip to the back of the Nintendo Switch. And I
love that.
I feel like it's going to be a clear case, because I don't think they're gonna cover the color of the system. I think they're going to provide like a clear plastic case with at least the grip part of the Nintendo Switch, so you can actually grip it, right?
One more thing, let me say something on that real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know, because guys, these are, at the end of the day, this is still all rumors. We don't know what Nintendo's going to do. We could mess around and get another 64 or something like that. So I hope that they are planning on doing actual colors for the system itself. I feel like they're going to go with Joy-Cons, because once you buy your purple or red system that you're happy with, that's your favorite color, you're probably not going to want to buy another one, right? But you're always going to want to buy Joy-Cons. But and then giving us a clear case, that would make sense. So I would love if they just did colors. Just do colors like they used to. Be like Apple. Give us a few select colors and then wait a year and then do some more colors. Okay.
That'd be awesome.
I miss those red iPhones.
Right? I mean, they're still around.
Oh, like this one?
Yeah, they're still around.
Yes.
Oh, I thought they didn't do it for the newest gen. We got Android right now. So
this one's
you have to go in the store because they're special edition. They're for a charity. And so you have to go in the store and you can find them there.
I think it's for raising money for AIDS research.
Yeah. So before we get into the next crew members kind of overview of what's happening here, let's go ahead and read this super chat by Boom Mini. Thank you so much, Boom Mini, for the $10 super chat. It says, I have concerns. She says, sorry, I have a concern that these game leaks will be used as leverage for Nintendo and other companies to make argument for going digital sooner than whatever timeline they were originally thinking. And guess what? Your concern is on point, because that's exactly what they're gonna do. That if they're gonna go digital, which is eventually, I think Nintendo will be the last one to do it, because they said themselves they're not thinking anytime soon of making their games only digital or releasing an only digital console. But I think that is the main reason why they're gonna get rid of physical, because of the leaks. Already some developers will not release physical games who used to release physical games before, and some used to release physical for all their games, and they opted for just going digital for some and then physical for the bigger games. And so it's already happening. Will we get there soon? I don't see us getting there in at least 5 more years. At least 5 more years. Because
Can I ask you a question about that?
Yeah.
Here's my question about that. How would you all feel if what is today, the 20th? So let's say a game came out today.
Yeah.
And they're like, physical goes on sale end of the month, which is like a week and a couple days. How would you, for my physical buyers, mine, but like me, like I'm strictly physical unless there's no other way to play it. How would y'all feel about that? Like, do you think that's fair, or do you think that's like,
physical,
digital first, physical 2 weeks later?
Yeah,
I think that's a
I
good.
would say whether it's 2 weeks later or a month later, or something like how Metroid Prime Remastered was like, here's the designated time, or the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection on Nintendo Switch, PS4, etc. Like, that's a couple of months later. But let's say if it was, what do you want to go with? 1 month, 2 weeks?
I think 1 month actually makes a little bit more sense. Gives everybody time to download it.
Just pretend in your mind that's the release date. The
Yeah.
only thing is you have to avoid potential spoilers in some games, so you kind of have to have your own due diligence in neglecting that part of the internet or those parts of conversations, because where everyone is playing and talking about it for a month, you're not. But then you also kind of have to do it in the first place, because what if you buy a game later, or what if you just don't beat a game as quickly? So you still have to kind of be aware of your own speed and what you're watching. But like, I wouldn't mind it if there was a 1 month wait. I would probably still choose to wait that month in most cases. In some cases, it may even make me double dip, as silly as that is, and not the most financially responsible thing to do. But I think, just the option is there. If you want it earlier, go ahead and buy it earlier. And if you want it later, 1 month. We live in such a fast world. Like, it's fast food, it's fast internet. Oftentimes it's fast dating, it's fast to acquire this, fast download. Everything is so quick, and it's very hard to slow down. And if you could just say, there's a lot of entertainment that we have with this 1 month that passes. That's 4 more weeks that I could enjoy the games I have, 4 more weeks to enjoy that backlog, because everyone's got it. 4 more weeks to pick up that comic book or try something new, or to, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people would have an issue. I think the only real issue is the spoiler factor. And that's a little bit of a control of what you are seeing. The time isn't horrible. We've had to deal with delays. We've had to deal with 5-month delays for games. So you could just imagine, it's just a 1 month delay. It's not that bad. Trick yourself psychologically, prepare yourself, whatever you need to do to realize that 1 month isn't that bad, and then it's not.
And if you can't help yourself, it's still there digitally.
I have a counter. I think a month is excessive. Because all they have to do is a couple days later, as long as the game arrives on store after the game has released on digital, no more leaks. Because leaks come from packaging, from shipping, from, as long as the physical arrives to the retailer or to Amazon or to Walmart, whoever ships after the game has released, then that's how you avoid these games getting out early. The physical copy gets out early, they dump it online and they spread it. So as long, it doesn't have to be a month, it could be a week. It could stay
so the game releases on digitally today, and then they put them in the mail for all the store retailers. We can probably go pick it up Monday or order it Monday.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I like that.
Just ship to stores and ship to retailers after the game has released. You have to wait a couple more days, but the game is out. No more. No. You don't have to wait a month, because sometimes, like Paul said, time flies so so quick that last month's game already feel old, because we have Mario Jamboree coming up. Now that's the big new game, and then we have the next one, Luigi and Mario or Luigi Brothership, and that one is a newer game, right? And so
it'll be my first Mario and Luigi game. I'm so excited.
Yeah, mine too. Because it's the first one that comes with the big screen, so it's awesome. Time moves very fast. So I'm guessing as long as they ship the games after the digital version has arrived. That all these retailers, I'm pretty sure Walmart is responsible for all leaks. And, so as long as they get it after, then I think it's all good. They don't have to wait a month and stuff. But thank you so much, Boomini, for that $10 super chat and that question.
Can I say one more thing?
That's Boomini's second super chat, by the way. There was one more that she submitted earlier.
Right?
Yeah, can I say one more thing while we're looking for that? And somebody said it in the chat, and I touched on it a little bit earlier. That would encourage impatient people to buy too, get digital, so you don't have to wait and to collect the physical. Do you know what that means for Nintendo or any business who does it that way? That just means more money because they're still giving you the option. And a number of Breath of the Wild copies, Tears of the Kingdom copies, and Echoes of Wisdom copies I'm about to have in this house really should be studied. I think I have a problem. I have them both. I have them all digital and I have them all physical, and I have multiple copies physical. Mike teased me last year. He said, "Yeah, for Christmas, Joyce doesn't give out Christmas cards. She just gives out Breath of the Wild." Special editions.
One Christmas, I did that with Starlink. Starlink, such a good game, and
where mine at?
It didn't sell all that well, so they eventually gave the whole Starlink package, the physical cartridge in the box with the R-Wing, with the 2 little figurines, and the Joy-Con grip accessory that connected to the R-Wing for like $7. From 60 to 7, and that's with the extra R-Wing and all that junk. I bought so many copies of those, and I was giving them out as Christmas presents several years ago. Like, everybody got a copy of Starlink. I think whether they had a Switch or not. So, but that was all.
Encourage them to get a Switch.
Like it should get one.
We have another area of Nintendo Switch 2. I think this one is more exciting than the last. You guys want to? Well, for those of you in the chat that have not seen what this system will look like, I mentioned that another YouTuber on the other side of the country, around the world, beat me to the making the mock-up of it because they had prior information, and so they were a little bit fearful of making the video sooner. Now that the information is out there, they went ahead and made the video. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a little bit of really cool images here that I have showing what the system will look like. Boom. There we have it. So, side by side, the Nintendo Switch OLED. Everybody can see it, right? I'm not just looking at it by myself, like I'm
You don't know what you're talking about.
like a nut, right? All right. So, Nintendo Switch OLED on top. This is the current OLED. The bottom one is the Nintendo Switch 2. As you can see, we have the Joy-Cons, of course, are a lot longer. There is more of a curve here instead of the kind of like a straight and then curving. It's all curved all around. The button, of course, because they're bigger, it comes down a little more here. We see the other button back here. Okay, so this YouTuber went ahead and they have a source. They have a source who gave them the original files. And so she went ahead and printed it out to the T, because in order to make a printout of just the Joy-Cons and the buttons and put it together and make it's a lot of work. It's a lot of waiting for the 3D printer to print out that stuff. So here we have, I'm going to go ahead and share more images.
Can you zoom in really quick before we switch images? There's something I want to point out. If you're not able to zoom in, that's fine.
If I'm not able to zoom in, let me check if I can zoom in. Let's see here. When I find the image, I'll zoom in.
Okay. So all I want. Oh, perfect. So if you want to write again a little more. Actually, no.
A little.
All right, right there is good.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to point out from this image, it makes the screen on the new Switch look smaller than it actually is. Because if you notice where it goes from completely black to there's like a light line, and then there's like another bezel around that.
Yeah.
The interior line, there's no screen in that console as far as I can tell. That line is where the screen would be sitting if
Yeah.
I understood the models correctly.
I have more context for that.
Okay.
The mock-up for the screen came out of the OLED. So what they did was they made the OLED bigger. So everything else when it comes to the Joy-Cons, I'll show you in a bit, all the innards and stuff like that. That's all part of the Switch too. But when it comes to the screen itself, just to make it easier to kind of make that screen black, pretend like it's real.
Exactly.
They made the OLED bigger, so it has the same bezel as the OLED, just kind of bigger. And so
I just wanted to point that out since I thought it looked it already looks bigger than the OLED, obviously, but I think it's when we see the real one, it's going to look even bigger. So that's super awesome.
So while I have this image here, let me go ahead and go over the information we got, and then we'll go over the images real quick.
And really quick, again, shout out to Nintendo Talk. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome to the stream.
We'll have them on a podcast later. So I'll send you an email. All right. This is a 1-to-1 model of the old Nintendo Switch 2. So basically, it's like a replica. Okay. 3D printed based on the leak model. All right. Now, when it comes to the design, the size, the thickness, the sockets, the layout, it's all reproduced accurately to the leak. It has a slightly what we said. It has a slightly thinner bezel because this was made on the OLED model, not the actual Switch model. But the actual Nintendo Switch 2 has a smaller bezel, giving you a full 8 inches of screen. All right. We have a familiar feature like the split Joy-Con, downward speaker, and bracket design on the back. Well, I haven't showed that image yet. The heat disposition outlet at the top, air intel at the bottom. It has a dual fan for better management for the heat. We have an extra a USB-C type port. This is translated from Japanese, so I have to kind of extra USB-C port on the top for a special function. We'll talk about that in a little bit. It also has it's also compatible with Nintendo Switch. It says Nintendo Switch 1 cassettes, but it's actually cartridges. So apparently this is all information that she got from her source. Okay. It's backwards compatible. It has to look at it. It looks like
Thank God.
You know,
built-in library.
Yeah. So the increase from the 7-inch Switch OLED to 8 inches, that's basically talking about what I just said, that for this model they use the Switch OLED screen and they just made it bigger. A full 1080p on handheld mode. We got the largest mainstream handheld screen on the market. All right, so with it's going to be the largest mainstream handheld screen on the market with a high screen to body ratio and narrow bezels. Initially available in LCD. For now, we don't know yet about the OLED. Nintendo will probably give us one later on, but it's LED and mini LED, so it's really good. Mini LED is actually like OLED, just a little bit lower, better than LCD because it has deeper blacks and it has individual pixels, just like the OLED screen has. The old LCD has like only one light in the back that lights the entire screen, right? Mini LED, it doesn't. It has mini LEDs. The Joy-Cons have a longer design, of course, to accommodate the screen. Sharper lines and arcs transitioning towards the front of the side. So basically, it's more like, it's sharper, goes down faster. Connection method changes from the connection method changed to electromagnetic suction. All right, so another confirmation about the electromagnetic. I've been talking about that for a while. Been having people say it's not going to be electromagnetic. It won't. There's another source here saying electromagnetic. Electromagnetic is a magnet that's activated by electricity. Nintendo can actually increase the suction of it with the software update. So this is like a big thing, right? If it's too loose, they can issue an update and then increase that. There was a leak out there mentioning that Nintendo did release an update for one of the models. What do you call those model people? Dev kits. One of the dev kits that had to do with that. So, Let's see here, blah, blah, blah. Larger rockers on the main buttons. See a new large buttons replacing small buttons. Okay, so now let me go ahead and show you this back part because this is where this part comes in handy. The other part. Let me go ahead and share this screen here. Looking at the tier. So one of the parts that we saw over at my Nintendo News cam that showed us the back of the Nintendo Switch, right? It's actually the release button for the Joy-Cons. It's the same button that we have now on the Switch. Just it's now electrical because it has to release the magnet thingy, like it's like a. Let me go ahead here, and this right here, this button that we see right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is the release button for the Joy-Cons, just like this little button is in the back. So it doesn't really change what it does. It's right there. It's not an extra button. It's not an extra function button. You can map. It's just the release button for the Joy-Con. So Nintendo's keeping that.
But it's more even. It's better well thought because the way that it's shaped. It makes me think it's going to be a lot easier to pop it out.
Yeah, because when you hold the Joy-Con, your hand kind of goes like this, like a little arm.
Yeah.
So it fits perfectly there. All you got to do is just kind of trigger, like a trigger.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, too, just thinking about it ergonomically, I don't have my Switch with me right now, so I'm just going to use this hard drive.
Imagine it's a Joy-Con, okay? Everybody, please.
Since we have it on the rail currently, having the button on the back going straight in, you push and lift, but this one doesn't slide. This one goes out sideways. So it makes sense to change the orientation of it just for ergonomic reason, because where you're grabbing, you're going to pull.
Yeah,
I really like that design choice.
Yeah, push trigger, pull out. Push trigger, pull out.
Sense.
It might even Nintendo snap into place.
Oh well, that's actually that's actually coming up right now. It says that the Joy-Con has a very satisfying click when it goes in. So it kind of,
click.
Yeah, it kind of it kind of goes along with when you put the Joy-Cons in place, you hear that little click that it does artificially because it's a sound from the Switch. This one actually has it on the system. Let's see here. Rockers, new format, large buttons, additional small. Additional. Let me go ahead and get that image now because this is where it gets interesting, my friends.
Oh, we're not even in the interesting part?
Nope, we're not even close. Not even close. This is where it gets interesting. Let me go ahead and highlight that part of the thingy, and then I will get that image thingy in the thingy. Boom. As you guys can see there, look at that. Look at what we have here. Looks like a little moon, but no, it's a C. That second button is a C. And
they brought back the C stick.
Let me tell you,
the functionality is weird, but
let me tell you exactly what it is for. Okay, so additional buttons, square button. Right now, what she's speculating, there's three things that this could be. Well, actually, there's one thing that it could be because she confirms later on what it actually works for. The USB-C adapter on top. Okay? The USB-C adapter on top. This button has two functions. The C button. Number one, a camera. The USB-C port on the top is for an external connection camera via USB-C port for enhanced motion sensing capabilities. So it looks like, I don't know, maybe VR or something regarding motion, something, right?
Labo 2.
Level 2. So the external camera connection via USB-C port for enhanced motion sensing. When the camera's not in use, it's a capture button. Really easy. It's like maybe there's a you press and hold and it does the videos or whatever, right? Or maybe one side is captured for picture, one side is captured for video.
I forgot which button it is now, but we have a button on the current Switch.
Yeah.
So it takes all kind of videos in Splatoon.
Oh, Nintendo talk. That hurt my soul because it's
What-
kind of accurate.
What- yeah, I can't see it.
He said, "Another gimmick Nintendo will do nothing with." LOL.
It's on the screen now.
How
Right.
many of you know or used the AR camera on the bottom right Joy-Con? Do any of you know how cool that is? It's only been in one official Nintendo game where you could see out of the bottom right Joy-Con. Like if you put the bottom right Joy-Con on the floor in that Labo kit and vibrate it and walk it around and you're looking at your TV screen, you could see what the Joy-Con sees in your living room on the floor. How many of you knew that? I'm guessing chat did.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm guessing the podcast crew did, but chat, maybe not even. But like, and there's a couple of companies that made a game. One of it is it's called Night Vision, and they just made this game called Night Vision, and you could download it. It's just a couple bucks on Nintendo Switch. You take out your right Joy-Con and you point it, and you could see in night, and you're pointing it around, and you're seeing on TV what the Joy-Con sees from itself, and it's in that green, white, blackish kind of thing, and you could turn it to your face like, here, yep, sure you are, they're on TV. Anybody know that? Like, that is
Only
something.
Paul knows that. Only
Another
Paul knows that.
another thing
wildly
too.
cool.
Yeah.
You know,
Insanely cool.
we're
You have
getting
your-
to the future of like. Oh, sorry, Paul.
No, just super cool, but highly unused. And I want some cool features that Nintendo will capitalize on, you know, going forward.
I actually feel like there will not be any major gimmick feature for this system. I don't think there will be there's going to be a major gimmick feature. I think this new system is basically another Switch, but kind of fan pleasing Switch where with more power to the system. Before I get into the performance, because we have the performance here, Zach, do you want to say something?
I was just gonna add on to what Paul was talking about with how powerful these Joy-Cons are, like the original, not these new ones. I'm sure the new ones are gonna be even more so. If you don't want to drop $12,000 on these for virtual production, there are Unreal Engine plugins that people have where you use a right switch Joy-Con and put it on your camera and like can do production stuff with that. And there's a lot of unofficial uses for these Joy-Cons because they're so advanced.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
it's just like always breaks my heart when I see Nintendo not doing stuff.
Yeah,
with them.
I think that these Joy-Cons are another Virtual Boy situation where Nintendo is way ahead of their time, and so ahead that nobody pays attention or cares just yet until they release some type of groundbreaking game that really calls people's attention. So performance wise, we got expect to compete with or surpass. Of course, we've all heard the PS4 thing, the Xbox One thing level. I love that a lot of the PlayStation fans and Xbox fans are looking at these comparisons that Xbox has been PlayStation has been releasing. Like, you know what? It's true what everybody says. I think the peak came with PS4 because you're comparing PS4 to Xbox to PlayStation 5, and these graphics look almost about the same. Oh yeah, look, this one looks a little the little shadows here. I mean, that really nobody cares about, right? And so it's gonna surpass PlayStation 4 and Xbox One with the uses NVIDIA 239, that's old, chip with a strong GPU architectural, 1,536 CUDA cores, and 12 gigabytes of LPDDR5X memory. The storage, 256 gigabytes, which is pretty cool. We got more space. And the best part of this is it's a PCIe 3.0 level hard drive or SSD card, which is, in other words, like an M.2 for the latest kind of hard drive thing, the reading speeds. And the next part has to do with that one too. Data compression chip for the 239 for non-disk reading effects similar to PlayStation 5. So that's sad news for all physical fans, physical cartridge fans. The digital version of the games will be a lot faster when it comes to loading than and reading than the actual physical one. I mean, it's always been that way because you have to wait to read rather than having something already embedded within the system.
It's like what, like 10 seconds? How much faster do we want it?
We'll see. We'll see. There people are gonna start releasing videos. We just kind of timing to see how much faster it is. It's the same with PS5. The disc and digital have different speeds, so it's across the board. But then again, people care less about that little thing here. Now let me go ahead and go over the pictures, all the other pictures that we have here for the system, because we got pictures.
It will be interesting what is exactly the expandable storage, because like right now, PS5 and Xbox Series are very limited. You have to play this game of refrigerator constantly, unless if you expand your storage and get an SSD. Unless if you are playing PS4 or Xbox One games, then you could have a standard hard drive attached and you could have digital games on the external hard drive, and you could play your PS5 or Xbox Series X and use it to play those older games. But if you're playing a modern Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5 console game, it has to be run off of the internal SSD or pay bigger bucks for an external SSD. Nintendo, I mean, part of why I think Nintendo Switch has been so amazing, it was the only modern day console that generation in the last couple of generations that was able to play all of modern gaming running off the cartridge. You didn't have to load it onto your Nintendo Switch, except for games that were digital only or too big of a file, but that's a different story. It was able to run off the cart. Let's say you are mostly a digital gamer this time around and you don't want, and you fill up your 256 internal SSD memory. What is going to be the alternative? Is it still micro SDXC cards that are now a little bit slower, or is the new storage medium something different to be comparable? Or will it make more sense to buy games physically because only their save files and stuff like that will be running on the console?
Yeah, there was news recently about a new card that was being introduced that's kind of around the size of an SD card that has ultra performance, even 10 times faster than the current SD we have now, that was said that was being specifically made for Nintendo Switch. It was a company that's really attached to Nintendo, and so I'm pretty sure that once the Switch releases, the Switch 2 releases, that company's going to come up or they're going to even present it and release it. I mean, technology is advancing every single day. We get faster storage and smaller storage every day, and so I'm not too worried about the storage. I know it could always be expanded, and like I said, technology advances every single day with that. Right now, as you see on screen, this is the content creator who made the mock-up. Look at her hand. Look at how big the Nintendo Switch 2 looks in her hand, right? And then of course she has the Switch OLED on the other side here. But
the Steam Deck on the back.
The Steam Deck,
She has huge hands, by the way. This is an NBA player. Her hands can hold the size of a basketball. That's just how big that is. She's actually 6'7".
Wait, we need.
Did I show you the Steam Deck version?
We need to get Shaq to hold it to really get an idea of how this works.
For
Shaq's one of the best people in the world. Like, his whole job is just being Shaq. Can he please advertise the Switch 2?
No, the Nintendo Switch 2. Much bigger than the Nintendo Switch 1.
And
he always does like a point.
He owns Papa John's. He's good to go. He's good to go.
Yeah, you know what they say.
Like the Steam Deck's design,
once you go Shaq, you never go back.
I mean, the Steam Deck was created with ergonomics in mind, right? But the screen is 7.4 compared to the 8-inch the Switch 2 is going to have. Let's see how we got other images here. Side by side comparison with the Nintendo Switch. This is more shocking than the one we saw before. This video here, to a comparison for what we have now to what we're going to get. And yeah, that's the size difference of the older system to the newer system. You could see the bezels here from the OLED. This is the OLED bezel here, but they were made bigger. But you can see how big this is compared to the other one, which is crazy. Let's see here. Got that one. Oh, we have the Joy-Con comparison as well. Joy-Con size comparison. That's why I think Nintendo's going to release something to make that. Like
They need to come out and give us a statement.
Yeah, very soon. I need to highlight this comment right here. I know it's not time yet, but it goes along with this right here. Does anyone else think the longer Joy-Cons will be so uncomfortable?
Oh, I think the opposite.
Oh, sideways. I think it'll be a little better.
Yeah, because like the shorter it is, the more crunched my hands are during the long play sessions.
Yeah.
You can give me some room. Make it like a Wii remote size. That's what I want.
Oh my god!
Bring back the, because specifically Mario Kart is so hard for me with the little wheel because it's such a small. Where you go longer, you got more fine control because always motion capture. Always. So I'm excited about this.
The Pro controller that comes with this. I'm all about the Pro controller.
I don't think it's going to be too big for small hands or kids either, because if you look at the distance between the analog stick and the buttons, it's still relatively the same. So when you're holding it in your hand, you still have that much space from this thumb to this thumb. You know what I mean? So I think for people with bigger hands, maybe they'll just hold a little bit lower, and people with smaller hands, they'll hold a little bit higher, but that space is still the same. And as far as the depth, well, it's just as comfortable as it is for you, or have it on your lap or whatever. And I'm really curious. This all makes me think just how elegant possibly will the next gen Pro controller look like. Like I am keen on it.
Please put it out in colors. Just give us more colors.
Give me a red, blue, yellow, and green day one, please.
Yes.
It's gonna be the same exact Pro controller. It's gonna be the same exact Pro controller, twice the size.
Oh.
And I'll have little bumpers on the back, like that one, like the Deadpool. Like,
the
booty.
Oh my god, man! I hope Nintendo does the booty controller. That would be cool. Booty controller. Let's see what we have. We got more images here.
I'm really curious about. Do I have one? Yeah,
you're curious.
I can't. Give me, actually.
He's curious. He's furious.
He's so curious.
Here he is. Okay, so here we have her holding side by side both Nintendo Switches. You know what? When you put it this way, you can see her hand. I can still actually cover from top to bottom. She can still hold it with one hand on one side. You see, right there, and compared to the other one. So it is a lot bigger, but Nintendo made sure to keep the body as compact as possible. Not Steam Deck, they gave you like a beast of a system with the 7.4 inch screen. Nintendo's giving you an 8-inch screen on a smaller form factor. You know, it still feels comfortable in the hand. I think it will be fine with that. But you can see
good size.
Yeah, you can see the. I bought an 8-inch Amazon tablet. I just wanted to see if for my eyes it would be good. And yeah, a little bit. You know, I can play for a little bit on it, but not for a long time. But at least I get to play some games in handheld with this giant screen here, which is pretty cool.
I'm going to still be playing on the big screen TV. So
yeah, me too.
Of course, this really bodes well, in my opinion, that there will like 100% be a Nintendo Switch Lite 2 or a Nintendo Switch 2 Lite, because this is less portable than it was before, and for some people that was their hang up. Like, I miss being able to throw it in my pocket. I want it a little bit smaller, ironically. Like the screen size is good, but a little bit smaller would still be good and more functional in some other ways. So I think maybe a Nintendo Switch Lite, which is a 5.5 inch screen, but with smaller bezels. So maybe you're looking at like a 5.9 inch Nintendo Switch 2 Lite, or whatever it's going to be called. And that might be okay for some. And I could see that happening.
Yeah. And something that we didn't really think about, and this is not even mentioned on none of the information, we get a bigger screen. We're going to get a bigger dock. You know,
Yeah, we haven't really
Mhm.
talked about the
yeah,
dock.
unless
I had
they
a
do,
rumor about that.
yeah, unless they do the front without the cover, like Paul wants it. Then I'm guessing that we're gonna get a bigger dock, so it doesn't protrude to the side as much as it does. Because with that big giant thing and this little small dock is gonna come out a lot on the sides and kind of, you know. So that's another thing that we might see a bigger, heavier dock. With, I mean, it has to have. If rumors are true, if the the dock itself is its own little mini computer, CPU, whatever, GPU, so it has a little UI and everything, then it makes sense to have a bigger, more beefier dock as well. Looking good there.
Well, I'm
Is
so
that the rumor I heard?
curious that I haven't really thought about this until just now, and
Yeah.
but the grip that comes with the system, like
Yeah.
as you can see, I have to slide this in from the top because of the rails, and that's how it works. But more importantly, like the ergonomics, it needs to be rounded on the side. That's the whole
Mhm.
point of the grip. But if we're having Joy-Cons that go in sideways,
Yeah.
Mhm.
they
It's not gonna work.
can't with this type of ergonomic grip. So
I mean,
I'm
can't-
curious
Yeah,
what
it-
A
that'll.
little bit different.
like for example, like let's say this part right here, this little part right there, all they have to do is just kind of have this and this be twistable a little bit so you can go
Oh,
ahead
so you can like click it and snap.
and snap it, yeah,
And adjusted, yeah.
into place, yeah. So
That'd be cool.
I mean that's an option. I don't know. I'm not going for Nintendo. I'm not an engineer. I suck at that. You know, I'm just here as a
It's
podcast
thought.
corner. And yeah, but yeah, I think those are. Let's see here. Oh yeah, we have a comparison with the Nintendo, not Nintendo, the PlayStation Portal, which is an 8-inch screen TV screen. It, as you can tell by the bezels, right? The bezels are from the OLED, but this is exactly how it might look like. Right here, this is an 8-inch screen. So if we put this on top of that, it's a more realistic picture of what the Nintendo Switch 2 will look like with the 8-inch screen. Yeah, and then what Yoshi said, it actually becomes a better entertainment little hub that you can take with you on the road to watch Netflix, Hulu, and all the cool stuff.
Read your visual novel. I will do that in without the big screen because I like to read in bed. So when I was playing that visual novel, I took the Switch to bed for like
like a little mini iPad.
Mhm.
The iPad, the mini iPad is 8 point something. The iPad Mini. So
oh, well, there you go.
yeah, so that if you have even like a stylus, you can start writing on it, pick notes or something. I mean, there's a lot that Nintendo can do for the you know the thing, the Switch,
And all the things.
and the things.
Oh, you know what bugs me? That's the
Bugs?
Sony thingy, right?
Uh-huh.
The Sony thing.
Yeah, the portal, PlayStation Portal.
Thank you, the portal. Thank you. That's the right name. I know it's ergonomically correct, but I really don't like that design. I feel like
It is
I
ugly.
feel like half of my somebody took little slices out of my Switch or something.
Yeah.
No, see,
But-
I want that, but the GameCube controller version.
There you go.
Yep.
That's
Yeah, that
If Nintendo can find a way to Bluetooth it. Aren't the other ones Bluetooth?
Joy-Cons? Yeah.
Not the Joy-Cons. I'm sorry. The old school controllers that they sell that
Oh, the
work
Wave
specifically with the Switch.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
The
I think
controllers?
they're
The
well,
older
yeah, they
Like
sell
NES, Super NES, N64, like those.
Mm.
Yeah, and I think they have a
Oh,
GameCube
okay.
one too, don't they? Or did I make that one up?
They
I
don't have a official GameCube one. I mean, they have the GameCube controllers that do work for Wii U and
Mike
Nintendo
brought it
Switch,
up with
but
a
not like
patent.
a official Wavebird one yet.
Aren't
Yeah.
the ones that Nintendo is selling that work specifically with the Switch? Aren't those Bluetooth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
you
imagine-
mean-
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then I would imagine they would work with Switch 2. Then.
Yeah, they will. You mean the NSO controllers, right? The NSO controllers.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
So
but do those like not work with any other games? They only work on NSO. Buttons are buttons as long as it works with this compatible system.
You
Uh,
could,
I'm
I've
not a
played
tech
stuff like
person.
Tetris 99 with the N64 controller just to see like how does
Yeah.
that work. Yeah, you could play it.
yeah.
I played Breath of the Wild with N64 controller, but yeah, actually.
So
There you go, Zach.
Speaking of controllers working and not working, do you think we are going to get some sort of adapter that plugs into the sides that has rails for Joy-Cons to go onto?
Nope.
No.
I think Nintendo did announce the little sidekick that goes on the side to charge them, and I think that's about it. The little sidekicks, and it's not going to be compatible with the Nintendo Switch 2. What I think is that the Joy-Cons are going to be just separate controllers for it is going to be compatible. You can pair them via Bluetooth. You can't pair them via snapping anymore. You can only pair them via Bluetooth to give you more controllers to play multiplayer games and party games, or even Nintendo Switch games that you might want to play, with your regular Joy-Cons. That's one of the things that I think, it's on the list. I just didn't read it, but the Joy-Cons are compatible with it only via Bluetooth. They're not compatible physically with the Nintendo Switch 2.
There's no way that you can put them there.
No, it's small, and of course the new electromagnetic thing that kind of hooks up to the thingy. There's a completely different set of wiring and stuff going on in there.
Although crazy glue and duct tape work wonders.
Let me tell you, you're absolutely right.
Do not try this at home, guys.
Don't do that one.
Okay,
In Texas, you just need some duct tape.
Follow up to that. Do you think a company will be able to put out an unofficial adapter that is like
I think
this
so.
wide and snaps in?
Third parties will come up.
Third-party adapter.
Smaller
They
companies,
have it already.
You want to use your old stuff?
After this announcement, they have it already.
Oh yeah, you mean like an adapter that snaps sideways to the magnetic field there, and then on that you add the
There's a rail on the adapter. Yep.
Yeah.
That's
It's
what I'm
like-
curious about.
And it's gonna look so funny too, because the little small
It would get
Joy-Cons on the
wider.
bigger screen.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So funny. Yeah, really hilarious. Well, yeah, anything you can think about, they're gonna make. Trust me.
It'd be the opposite of how the Portal controller looks. They're too small.
Like little ears, so big head.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So,
All
Hey
right.
Arnold, that's oh man. I would buy one of those and then I would get it like a Hey Arnold decal.
Football head, like a football head. That's horrible.
imagine playing Zelda on this. Oh, sorry. That's next week. Sorry. Go ahead. Carry on.
All right. So, guys, any thoughts? Give me your thoughts. Tell me what you guys think about this. The new form factor. Let me know. I honestly think Nintendo is not doing anything new other than adding a lot of power so that we can play better games. We can play GTA on this thing on the go. We can play God of War Ragnarok on this thing on the go. We can play Street Fighter 6 on this thing on the go. For Paul only. That's the special version for Paul. We can play, all the one thing that I forgot to mention from this person who made the video was that every current gen game is going to be compatible with the Nintendo Switch according to them and their sources. So it's a good thing that we get current gen games on the Nintendo Switch, adding a completely different a lot more fans to the system who are into playing games on handheld mode. Steam Deck is around. It's good, but it has a 7.4 screen. This one will have an 8.8-inch screen. And so, Lily, what do you think? Talk to me, Lily.
I mean, this is the first time that I'm seeing these because I wanted to step away from looking at those images. But I mean, you're pretty much on point, meaning that we have been discussing this for several, I would say months already, about that we're going to be able to have multiple games that you will never thought that you were able to play on the go. I wouldn't say that it's going to be like officially the Steam Deck competition in terms of aspects and tech specifications and stuff like that, and how powerful that is versus what's we're gonna get,
powerful.
right?
It's more powerful.
More powerful, but it's probably not gonna be as what some people might be expecting, which is for me is okay. Like, I'm not really driven by the graphics and performance, but this will definitely open up a lot of opportunities for anybody out there that has been considering not buying the Switch. Like, if you don't have the Switch, this will be like a great chance for you to buy the Switch too, if
Yeah.
that's the case. In terms of how excited I am, I also talked about it a little bit, that this will be officially my first console that I'm buying day one. So I'm very, very excited. I've been using my Nintendo Switch for all these years, and I've never been disappointed, aside from the Joy-Cons. But other than that, I'm very, very excited. Like, I've seen a lot of we can see a lot of improvements if this holds true of everything that we are seeing. And I feel like this is if I can compare it with something, it's more like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdoms. Like Breath of the Wild pretty much walked for Tears of the Kingdom to be able to run. So I feel like Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be something like that. Like they have a lot of history behind them supporting that. The Nintendo Switch is a good console, even though it doesn't have the power that people are demanding or expecting. It's going to be great. So I'm very excited to see more, and to finally see that revealed. Joycey also pointed out about being able to see that revealed trailer sooner than later, and getting a glimpse of those games that we have been kind of speculating and hoping for. So yeah, I can't be more exciting about it, and I'm just hoping that day comes sooner than later.
Yeah. I don't doubt it'll be. Actually, wait, hold up! I forgot the most important part.
Yeah, you're forgetting something.
Forgot the most important part. What the heck am I thinking about? What's the deal with me?
What's going on, Mike? At
What's
least
the
for 2
deal?
seconds. What happened?
So yeah, I forgot the leaked information, the reveal time, the reveal time, and the release time. Do you guys want to know when this system is going to be shown?
Before you tell us, how about
sticking to
we
my
guess? Yeah.
Oh, what Lily was saying. Go for it.
Okay,
I've seen it, so I won't guess.
All right, so
Aw.
all right,
He's
so
in the commercial again.
everybody just guess a date really fast, like a date.
I need a calendar. Hold on.
I'm
I didn't know.
gonna go with October 3rd.
Okay,
Ooh.
all right, Zach.
Whatever the third, well, for them it would be Friday, so Thursday. Whatever the third Thursday in October is.
Okay, third Thursday.
October 17th.
The 3rd, the 10th, the 17th.
Okay, and Paul said he's gonna
maybe the
step out
10th.
this one.
I'm going 17th.
Okay, and Joycey.
There's a October 10th rumor out there. It's just a rumor. It's not based on anything. So my guesses have always been for October. So I'm going to go with either the 10th or the 17th. I'm not choosing between the two because I'm just team October. It could be October 1st. It could be October 31st.
So before I reveal, this girl, okay, in the video, she got her information. She got the Switch 2 print out so quick because she knows people who gave her the files for her to print on her own, and they shared this information with her. Okay, so the Nintendo Switch is expected to be announced, released before April 2025. Okay, before April 2025, released. A reveal trailer for Nintendo Switch 2 is rumored to be released. I'm going to say rumored, although she thinks it's coming. I'll say rumored on October 10th, 2024 at 10:30 a.m.
Oh, even the times?
Pacific time.
Say
Oh
it
my
one more
God.
time. Say that one more time. What?
The Nintendo Switch trailer for the system, guys. This is a rumor. I'm not saying it. The cast is not saying it. This
We
person
promise nothing. We're just reporting what we've heard.
Yeah, the person who uploaded the video with the mock-up of the Nintendo Switch 2, the one you see on screen here, heard it from her file, or the same people who gave her the files for this, that the system will be revealed on a trailer in October 10th at 10:30 a.m. So even with the time,
before an announcement like the night before.
Yeah,
on
that's
the
what I was
9th or 8th.
Yeah,
So somewhere
yeah.
something that week. Okay.
And then it'll be likely to be released in March of 2025. The drop, the launch.
So
In
it's
March.
a repeat. We're doing a repeat of Switch
It's a
one. because
repeat.
how
Yep,
Switch one
that's
came out.
exactly it.
That's
You're right.
exactly what PH Brazil said.
Mhm.
He said it. He's been saying it for a long time. He said, no, Nintendo's following the same exact
Rumor
schedule.
has it.
And I believe it. I believe it. I personally, you guys believe what you want. I personally believe PH Brazil because the guy has just been crazy nuts and on point. Okay, who was gonna guess a Nintendo Direct at the end of August when everybody says no? Even all the credible resources that are out there, they didn't jump on. He was the only one. No, oh yeah, that was that museum. Nope, we're getting another one. But we're almost done with August. Almost at the end. We got a double whammy in
There
August.
you go, non-believers.
Quick reminder, guys. I did call an August Direct, but I literally just did because I knew it was going to be. We all said September, and I wanted it to be different. So
Yeah.
doesn't count. But I'm going to take the dub.
It
I'm going to
counts.
pretend it counts.
Yeah, you deserve it.
I'm going to pretend it counts.
It's
It
fine.
still counts. It
And
counts.
he also said he doesn't expect us a direct to be in September. And look, look where we are. September already 20th. And we
I can't believe it.
and then next week is the launch of the Zelda game, which is at the end of the month. And then we're almost done with September. October is around the corner. So those are the. I can't believe I just I ignored completely that little detail there thingy there. So
Oh, no worry, you're good.
it's a thing, man. It's a thing. So with that, did everybody else give their thoughts about?
Mhm.
Well, you guys been giving out your thoughts throughout the entire show. You guys have been doing a great job of just sharing your thoughts with this. And Joyce, you're like, I don't know what to say. Joyce, you had really good insights, and you didn't know what you were going to say. You had really good
I
insights.
don't know tech stuff. I don't know what the M2 thing is. I don't know. I'm like, I want the box that plays the games.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
That's what it's always been. I don't necessarily care what it looks like. I know some people, I don't even remember if I said this earlier sometime. That it's basic on the outside, and it is. It looks exactly like an OLED, except a little bit bigger. But I think all the personality of this system is going to be when we turn it on and we see, hopefully, and y'all can tell me, please chime in on this. Hopefully, we have interactive UI, or we can turn it off for people who are like, I don't want a UI. I just want to see my game library and But for people like me, where I have the big screen in the living room and I can have the Switch on, it's just on the UI. I have my nice big Zelda poster of the week or whatever game I'm playing, and I can have folders and I can create my characters and do all the things. I want a better eShop because I'm one of those people. I like to scroll on Amazon. I like to scroll on eShop. That's how I found the game I've been playing, that Crimson Spires game. I was just waiting. It took like 3 hours to go through everything on the eShop that I wanted to just look at, just to see if something grabbed me. Want a better eShop. I do hope that they will get creative with colors, but this is my whole thought process behind Switch 2. I really think that they are saying we are playing it safe. Everybody likes Switch. They like the design. Let's just pack it with more power and make it bigger, and then we're going to put all the fun extra stuff in the system. I think this is just safe because the games I still had no problem selling when we didn't have those things.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So the fact that we're just going to improve on what's already great that we know everybody likes, and even though I don't take my Switch anywhere, I still like knowing that I can if I want to. I had surgery this year. I was in the hospital, so it was nice being able to take while I was at my mom's house recuperating. It was really nice just to take my Switch with me, just in case I wanted to use it. All those kind of things. Those are the things that they think they're going to focus on. I think the inside, the guts of this thing is what's going to have the personality, and of course the games already are full of personality. So and also, for all of our fans that are third-party fans, you're gonna love wanting to play God of War, while you're waiting in line at the DMV, or while you're for our youngins, while you're waiting for the school bus, whatever the case may be. So I see nothing but positive from this. They would have to mess up royally, like make me the CEO of Nintendo in order to mess this up. And y'all know I don't want to be the CEO of Nintendo. I just want to be the writer on the Nintendo dev staff because they need a good story. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't say
Yeah.
that.
So
sorry.
no, go ahead. You want to go ahead and
Yeah,
add?
so there's two things I just thought of.
Yeah.
One is related to Zelda, Joycey.
Yay.
But
Yay.
no, with these CUDA cores and all of the new RAM and whatnot, I was just thinking about playing Tears of the Kingdom in Ascending and going from the depths somewhere else and having that literally just take like 1 second instead of like the loading screen of him just swimming through nothing while everything's loading up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so that'll cut that time down specifically, so that's exciting. But two, it seems completely unrelated, and I'm kind of making it related.
Yeah.
But Pioro became active for the
Don't talk
first
about that
time
guy.
yesterday.
Talk about that guy.
Well, I
come
just
on.
think the fact that he became active,
The same day of the league, right?
the day that this stuff is all happening, means
I know
he
why.
might have some more news.
No, I just think that's Nintendo trolling us. Okay. They first said, "Hey, it's in Pokemon," and then all of a sudden Pioro comes back. No, Nintendo confiscated that account, and now they have hold of it. So they're trying to. This was such a big leak. This is like the biggest leak of our time right now. Like when it comes to the Switch, right? Like
Well, for Nintendo.
So far, yes.
yeah.
The
Now,
only bigger leak could be the dock, if it's got crazy stuff. in
yeah,
it.
yeah. I mean, what if it's like a combination of what Paul wants, but it does have a part to cover the screen, but it also has another screen on the outside that that kind of shows information. When you plug it in, it also projects on that screen, and then I'm just.
Did y'all see the fake dock leak? Well, it wasn't a leak. It's a fake. It was totally fake.
Yeah,
And it looked like it was iridescent.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I kind of like that. See, now the dock, they could just have all kind of fun with that. I understand the Switch itself is kind of going to be a thing, but please, Nintendo, give us colors, okay? Or if you're going to put cases in there, okay, give us the basic clear case, and then of course sell like crazy all the different color ones. Some things that, and I understand Nintendo ain't got time to do all the accessories, but they like money though, right? So I don't understand why they don't have like their own accessories, like a case that we can put on. I would love to walk around with a red Switch. Yes, I know I can buy a red Switch, Paul. You already told me to buy one.
You're okay for it.
I just bought a whole bunch of new pairs of eyewear, so okay. And my chair's broken. So yeah, I got problems, y'all. So I would love that. I would love that. Do that's with the Nintendo.
So I love that question. I love that idea too, giving us like different colors, like a variation of colors. At least 3 or 4 colors would be awesome. This question is for you, Joyce.
Ooh. Yes, Boomini. I said that you said you were scrolling and found an interesting game, but I didn't get the name. It's called Crimson Spires. If you guys follow me on Twitter at DJ Joycey, I will tweet it out in a little bit once the show's over.
Nice.
So like I said, somebody play it and play the whole thing and play the DLC because I need somebody to talk about it with.
Yeah.
I have so many theories, and that goes for my cast members too. Y'all need me to send it to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody. Okay. Y'all play it too, and then I'm gonna quiz you next week.
All right. So, do you think maybe the original Switch was underpowered because of the fact that Nintendo was focusing so much on innovation? I don't think so. I personally don't think so. I think Nintendo added as much power as they wanted to add for what they wanted to accomplish. Because I think that Switch had one of the best games, like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, and Splatoon. All these amazing games. Smash Brothers. That they didn't lack any issues. That game was flawless, right? And so I think it had as much power as Nintendo wanted to add to it at the time of release, right? And I think the reason why it lasted so long is because of the success of the Switch. How many Switches it sold, how many people were playing it still, how many games they were selling. That all
we got Tears of the Kingdom late in the generation, and that game runs amazing. I didn't say perfect, but it runs amazing.
Yeah. And so I think that's why we are now where we are, where we need a more powerful system because of the success of the Nintendo Switch. That made it last so much longer. Anybody else want to add to this question?
I just want to add about. Oh,
After you.
sorry.
Or,
Thank you, Zach. I'm sorry. I just want to add about something that we have that we discussed also here on the podcast in terms of the components. Like more power means a lot more expensive, right? And I feel like they're kind of focusing on, giving us more power because it's necessary. I do agree with you, Mike, in terms of it's time. We have been asking for something like that, even though it's not like the highest priority, but it's a must. Like it was bound to happen. And also trying to keep it very, very affordable because it will be more expensive, of course, compared to the Nintendo Switch, right? That's what we speculate and what we kind of aiming for, but still it's not we're not hoping for it to be more expensive than other consoles out there, right? So
Gotcha.
For the games that we're probably getting, I'm willing to pay. Okay, and I'll elaborate more on that later.
I know. So the most baffling thing about the original Switch to me was its power.
Baffling, child. We're using them college words.
And
SAT words.
I was trying to come up with more big words, and my brain was like, "Nope, that's your only one today."
I was gonna
2 syllables. Water. But no, the most baffling thing about the Switch for me is its power, and by that what I mean is Nintendo is great at optimizing normally, but I don't know if you remember, we talked about on the podcast before a little company or team called Yuzu. These people who made a Switch emulator, the Yuzu emulator. And the most insane thing was people would put Yuzu on their Switch and then they would emulate on their Switch. So mind you, like, the main point of this would be it's an emulator, you use it on your computer and play games or whatever. If you look, there are comparisons of people running Yuzu on a Switch and running Mario Kart on that. They are emulating a Switch game on the Switch, running an emulator on the Switch, and it runs better than the cartridge in the Switch. And that's insane to me that you can run an emulator on your console, not on your computer, on the system itself, and emulate the game and have the game run better and more optimized than the game straight in the system. And I cannot figure out for the life of me, like, where the inefficiency was happening, because that's not my type of tech. But I just remember watching when we were talking about it, when they were getting shut down, I was pulling up videos and just doing like my research about it, so see if I could bring something cool to the podcast. And I remember that was something that I continually kept seeing. Minecraft emulated, but still on the Switch, ran better than native Minecraft. Mario Kart ran better. And so all that to say, that means there's power the Switch was leaving on the table.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so if the Switch wasn't squeezing all of its juice out of itself for whatever reason, you can assume that the second one is going to be much more optimized on top of already being more powerful. And so at least I hope that you don't have to run an emulator on your Switch 2 to get the best performance out of your Switch 2 games.
And you probably can. You can. But to add to that, a little more technical side, I saw some of those videos, and what they were doing is that they were opening up their systems. They were putting new sealant into the cooling system, changing adding pads to it so that it cools down the system better, because what they were doing is overclocking the system so that it runs a lot better. That little gap that Nintendo left of power, they were using it. They brought it up, but in order to do that, because the system will heat up if you just do it off the back, they would have to open the system, add more padding, more cooling into it, right? Replace the heat sink and a whole bunch of other stuff in order to make the system cooler so that they can overclock it and make it run at higher speeds. Even run at 4K, they can do that too, but it'll just make the system heat up too much because Nintendo did not prepare that for that much power. So that's why they kind of, But the Switch 2 was capable, you're right, it was capable of more than what it was doing Nintendo. I think the Switch 2 will also be more capable of what Nintendo will make it do. This is the same question? Next question.
Yes.
Okay.
Now we're at the new question.
All right. So who wants to read this question? Oh, wait. Yeah. This is the release date, October 20th, 2016. That was the release trailer for the Nintendo, the first one. So we're getting, if true, we're getting it 10 days earlier.
Ooh.
So October 20th this year is on a Sunday.
Yeah.
So I said the 17th, which is only one day off from that.
You are correct.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. When did the Switch 1 trailer drop? It was October 20th, 2016. That was the drop. And then they had the presentation in January, the big stage presentation. That same presentation is when the pre-order started. Save your money, guys. And then in March 3rd, that's when the system released.
Seeing that date at the end of that presentation when we got that big Breath of the Wild trailer and just seeing that launch day, happy memories.
Do we know what the new button on the right Joy-Con is yet? It is a C button. It has the letter C on it. And according to the source that we went over today, apparently the Nintendo Switch 2 also has an attachable camera that can be controlled via that C button. The C button can also have another function that we don't know yet. But that's it. Camera, capture, cars, cats.
I have a question to piggyback off of that question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that because maybe the C just stands for USB-C since it's a USB-C. Do you think that we will have things beside the camera that go on the top?
Yeah, I actually speculated on the first time we saw that I thought that could also, if a camera could be attached, that means that it's a data receiving and giving port. So maybe another screen could be attached on top of that because of the patent mentioned on an attachable screen. Giving us the ability to play games for NSO, maybe 3DS games, not 3DS, but more like DS games, Nintendo DS, Nintendo DSi. I don't think 3DS will get there. Maybe they will, but later on. But then there's the vent right there. So I don't know whether if the attachment will cover the vent that is there. It's so close right there. So I'm guessing maybe Nintendo's giving us a way to charge the thing there, while we play instead of to the bot. I don't know.
Ooh, maybe more power.
Yeah.
You put like a GPU or something.
Yeah.
Card that plugs in handheld, so you can get the full specs handheld and not just docked in the future.
Maybe a AR little headset thingy there that you can use the controller to play with the now you're playing with power.
Super power.
Power. Is there a limit to how many games a company like Nintendo, etc., can make during the year? No, there's no limit.
I wouldn't say there is a limit, but more like a quota, probably like minimum one per month or budget. Yeah.
No,
Thank you for that.
Hours in a day.
More than 12
hours in a day, and individuals capable of working. Burning the candle at both ends, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it was confirmed that
I know they don't like crunch, right? Nintendo doesn't like doing too much of that
they
extra.
No. Yeah, they finish the game, they sit on it for a while, and they release it whenever they feel like it.
They did that with Wonder.
Yeah, they did. And Tears of the Kingdom, they had finished a year earlier.
So Wonder,
but they polished it though for a year. Yeah. They didn't just sit on it.
You're powerful when you could sit on Wonder for that long. Like back in the N64 era, dang, you were working hard to crunch to bust out these games, and you couldn't get them out soon enough. And GameCube, same thing. Now you have such a successful platform that you have the luxury of, dropping them because you're so freaking high up there. I love it. Yeah. They've made it to that top, and I just want them to continue.
Yeah.
And now they got both teams together. They're handheld and their console team. So all they do is just pump out games.
Yeah.
My poor wallet.
Team.
Sorry. You said you said they have both teams together, and in my head it just made me think about when you would plug your Game Boys into each other, and like you could plug two Switches into each other for a no latency like connection. Potentially.
That'd be cool.
Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Pokemon cards. Oh my god. Yeah, we don't know. It'll be something. We'll figure it out whenever the time comes.
Yep.
10,000 noodles. Has anyone compared the size of the cartridges slot? Well, there is no picture that displays the cartridge slot as of now. We see the slot there, but there's no way of seeing because the CAD images don't show that part of the system. They only show where it goes. These CAD images were made for accessory makers, and so it just gives you the dimensions of the Switch and where the slots are, so they know where to create the little protrusions or little thingy, whatever. That. So no, there's no. We know that the Switch 2 cartridges will not be compatible with Switch 1, and Switch 1 will be compatible with Switch 2. That's all we know so far.
From those leaked images, it did look a little bit bigger, but of course we don't know if that's even the final design.
Yeah,
but they look a little bit bigger.
Yeah, and that's also just the physical part of that's the cover too, you know.
Yeah, the cover,
like, it could be across the entire top of the console, and then when you flap it open, the slot itself is like still only this big. Obviously it's not. I'm more just saying that we do not know. Just backing up Moink.
Not know.
We just don't know.
Rainbow Love says, do we think the buttons will be colored or will they be white? Well, the rumor says that it will be a white and black Joy-Con. We do not know whether it's going to be half black, half white, or just white with the black buttons, or vice versa. That's not yet confirmed, but all we do know is that there will be two models, one with a black and white Joy-Con and one with the blue and red. So it's like they're following the same exact kind of pattern they did before. The black system with the blue and red Joy-Con, and then the white system with the blue with the white. I don't know, something like that. But no colored buttons unless they reduce an addition.
Give us Switch in colors, Nintendo. Don't be afraid. We will buy I will buy the purple Switch. Okay.
Yes, me too.
I gotta
give me the purple translucent Switch.
Oh, translucent.
There you go.
Back in the 90s.
Yeah. I have to give it up to PlayStation. They released the 30th anniversary. It was amazing. Like
looks so pretty.
And the box,
I'll get the controller.
Yeah, and the box too looks like the original PlayStation box. Hopefully Nintendo does that with the Super Nintendo. And it'll be awesome to have a Nintendo Switch 2 with the Super Nintendo theme on it. So that's the closest we're gonna get to the. And then if we get the Japanese version, because I know the American version had the little gray/blue buttons. Really boring. All right, so next, guys, we are in a Q&A. We are in Q&A, so make sure if you have any questions, go ahead and
more questions in here.
Put them in the chat. No, I'm just saying that. Well, while we read these, if you have any more questions,
we still have time for more.
Yeah,
we missed one.
Do you guys think we will get an analog trigger? I don't know. I know there was a patent that showed the triggers and the feedback from the joystick to have haptic feedback, and so when the stick moved, it had a force that was going against. If you were like on water, if you were like on sand, you will probably feel that on the joystick. And I'm pretty sure on the patent covered that. I'm not sure if Nintendo gonna add it, but it'll be cool if they do haptic feedback on the joysticks and the trigger buttons as well. Don't know. We'll find out once it's out. We don't have that much information on the sticks.
Oh, kitty! Wow.
Here, All right. So, will Nintendo ever do trophy or achievements? Man, everybody's asking for them. Hopefully, they do.
Love
Art
that.
Vandelay.
It will be awesome.
Way overdue.
Yeah, they need to give us those.
Why not?
So I have Cuphead on every console and every system, and I love to play it on my Switch. But I wanted to play it on every other console out there or system because you do have achievements there.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh my god, it's a bummer.
Yeah, it's a little reward that has to means something like when you progress through the game, or you get an item, or It's pretty cool. So getting my question in now, Joycey J. Hey Joycey, is the only reason I have the Joycey is the only reason I have the Twix.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I don't.
I'm sorry.
Anything else? Will Joycey ever start up a YouTube channel? She needs to spread her awesomeness out. Oh, that's adorable.
Oh, that's very sweet. But no, I will never do a YouTube channel. I don't have the energy, the strength, the youth. I don't have any of that.
So she's exclusive to the Nintopics podcast. You have to be here and subscribe to here to see Joycey. She's a my God partner.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just don't have the energy for a YouTube. I just don't. But if you talk to me on Twitter, I'll talk to you back.
Yeah. And I don't see any more questions. Does anybody else see any more questions in the chat?
Not at the moment.
I thought I saw another one because
I have a question for chat.
Oh my!
If everything we've talked about that we know for sure is coming, what is something that we did not touch on that you would like to see? Something that these leaks haven't shown, or these models that you would like this new Switch to do?
Repeat. I completely didn't hear anything.
Oh, I was asking chat to put in the comments something that we didn't touch on that they would like to see this Switch do.
Oh yeah. That's a really good question. Go ahead, chat. Get on it. VR. We got VR.
VR. No, please no.
I want VR.
I don't.
I don't mind. Just
AR.
Can I play Zelda in VR with VR stuff?
That'll be awesome.
Okay. Does it play Zelda? That's my request.
That'd be awesome.
And also, Bayonetta 2's 10th anniversary was yesterday. And Platinum just made a really big deal of pointing that out. So I'm going to be manifesting a Bayonetta 4.
Yes.
Because we have to fix a lot of things in that game.
It's coming. All right. So Danielle Z, thank you so much for your question. What launch game trailer do you think? I already have in my hand like 3 of them. I think they will show in the announcement. For sure, Battlefield. I keep seeing Battlefield.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty will be there. Call of Duty will be there showing the third party support. We'll have the next Mario there because it was in the first trailer. We'll have you imagine if they show a new Zelda game just like there. Like just,
oh my!
Just
a snippet, and then hopefully we're live and we're all together, and then you all can hear my Zelda screen. Yes, there's a screen.
Yeah.
Or playing the teaser for the movie so you can stream it on your Switch.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes.
The movie no longer coming to theaters, instead launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 media app. Boom.
Exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 media app, Labo VR. You have to.
Oh my God.
And it knows if it's not being in VR, it won't play.
I can see that happening. I can see that happening if after the trailer, after the theater. Once it comes to digital, it comes to Nintendo Switch media first, and then
that makes it so worth it.
I think a new Animal Crossing.
So there's 3 things that you'll see in the trailer. Number 1, a next gen game for Nintendo. Number 2, a current gen game from Nintendo showing backwards compatibility, and number 3, a third party game from a big third party game, Elden Ring, maybe something like that, something big that Nintendo couldn't play before. They're going to show that, and the gimmick, whatever is that's new about the system. Is it the streaming to the dock that it's a new thing where you have 2 dual screens and that way you play, So that is that. Anybody else want to add?
No, I agree.
Sorry, Elmo's comment.
You what?
Whose comment?
Elmo said, "Never play Labo outside while it's raining."
Never.
Wait, Elmo said that, or Emio said that?
Elmo watches wrestling. So I guess it would be more like, Emma says, never play Labo outside when it's raining. Never.
Yes, Elmo. I still have my old Tickle Me Elmo, so whatever Elmo says.
I'm so sorry. I think I interrupted one of you when I burst out laughing. That just caught me so off guard.
You're good.
I do it all the time.
To answer Danielle's question, though, I think from Nintendo in this trailer to knock it out of the park would be show off the next 3D Mario, show
Uh-huh.
off Mario Kart, but doesn't imply that they're both launch games, but they're both launch windows. So one of them launch game, which I'm thinking Mario, one of them window, let's call it the first 9 months, Mario Kart. Something new from Monolith Soft, whether it's Xenoblade Chronicles 4, but a new thing, or just something else from them. Metroid Prime 4, confirming that, yes, it's a dual launch cross-gen game, but significantly better looking. And then, this is also going to tie into Boo Mini, who has super chatted this same topic twice, and that is the announcement that, because this has been revealed last night, I am officially going to Nintendo of America, and I am creating with them the remake of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and you're going to see it on Nintendo Switch 2, and it's going to be shown off at this trailer announcement. This is legit. It's okay. Half of that's true. I've been nominated to go to Nintendo to do it.
Yes, we nominated Paul to go to Nintendo and tell them to make. Hey, Paul, while you're up there, can you also tell them to rebuild Twilight Princess from the ground up?
I'll work on that too.
Thank you.
All right.
Talk to your daddy for a call.
Thank you for the demonic brawler and your crypt picture there from Tales from the Crypt. I used to watch that when I was little. Then Nintendo really posted they would be suing Power World and that no Nintendo Switch successor will be mentioned at the presentation. Yeah, they did. That's what we were talking about earlier. They were like,
that's the most unprofessional tweet.
They were trying to distract from the leak, and they decided, oh yeah, we're suing Power World. When do they say that? When do they ever admittedly talk about the case that's going on in court? Never. And then during this presentation, there will be no mention of no games and no next gen, no next gen announcement. It was like
out there.
I just think that for that Twitter account, whenever they post something announcement wise, that's auto tweeted right after it.
It's just the
It
auto.
could be. Yeah, like an automation.
Yeah, like an auto tweet. So that was hilarious.
Wait a minute. Like next week, it'll be like Miyamoto. Hi, Miyamoto here. Here's your first look at some scenes from the upcoming Legend of Zelda game. Also note, there will be no mention.
Even on the announcement.
Yeah.
Oh, the
They drop the announcement and then they automatically have that tweet saying there will be no.
What do you mean?
Yeah, that would be crazy. Can you imagine?
The announcement tweet really should read, tune in with us on blah 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 date, as we will speak on the Nintendo Switch.
Yes, we need that.
That is hilarious.
Let me run Nintendo's Twitter, please.
I think we've hit the 2 hour 11 mark here, and we've said everything we wanted to say. Switch 2 is coming. The trailer is gonna be around. I mean, apparently it's October 10th, 2 days before my birthday, and so hopefully we get to celebrate that there. We will see. Everything said here is rumor only so far until confirmed by Nintendo. Although I personally believe some leakers, some not so much. I don't believe that Pioro account is being handled by the original account holder. I think Nintendo's trolling us all together. And that is that. Now, without further ado, I want to introduce to you guys one more time our amazing cast so they can let you know what we have going on for the rest of the week. And guess what? Next week, we're having a Zelda podcast because
I won't be able to play until Saturday.
Echoes of Wisdom will officially be out. And so we would at least have a first impressions podcast on Friday. Yay!
I won't have any impressions because I won't even get the game until Saturday.
All right, so it's going to be a non-spoiler impression. Non-spoiler. All right, so without further ado, let me introduce first Paul the Gale Nintendo Network. So what do you got going on, Paul, besides your trip to the headquarters to meet your illegitimate father?
That's right, he's the one that's illegitimate, not Paul.
Illegitimate father. I just got that.
Y'all know y'all can't take me nowhere.
All right, Paul, let's do it.
I
Sorry.
recently on YouTube,
Mhm.
put up some videos, including what do I do
Mhm.
on a random Sunday afternoon when I have too many cardboard boxes. So if you
Uh-huh.
want to see a video called Ken's Saturday Hadouken, is that what I called it? Ken's Afternoon Hadouken?
Yeah.
Something like that. Go to my YouTube channel. It's like a minute long. It's kind of fun. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna do something funny, and I just
You
did
gotta
it.
make a short of it, Paul. You gotta make a short out of it. It'll go further as a
A
short.
short.
Yeah, just take the video and make it into a short, and then
I'll re-upload.
if it
Maybe
make it into a short, it'll go further on YouTube. It'll be good.
re-upload that. Problem is, shorts, they want it to be like this, and you can't air one of these. Like it cuts off everything.
Yeah,
know
you
what
gotta,
I mean?
when you're introducing yourself, you gotta bring the camera this, cut there, and then move the camera a little to the side and showing the boxes, cut there, and when you're on the water, cut there, and then kind of move the camera a little more, and that way it's all within the. Send it to me. I'll do
The
a short.
frame.
I'll think. Send me the file. I'll do the short, and then you'll upload it.
Okay.
It's a good video for a short. It's a really cool video for a short. And go ahead.
And yeah, and then on X, video game talk, sales talk, Nintendo Switch 2, hype, and speculation. And yeah, that's where you can find me, at Paul Gale Network on both. Can you live stream yourself doing haircuts? I mean, I do give myself haircuts, but that question just came in by a wily tiger. I don't know, maybe one day. Good memory. I do give myself my own haircuts.
Yeah. Paul Gale's haircut. Only by Paul Gale.
Better call Paul.
Paul Gale haircut. All right. And moving over to the neighbor over from Hollywood, Florida. Hendrix.
What up, everybody? I always say like "what up" like I just got here when you do the second introduction. But yeah, no, you can find me here every Friday night and on X at Young Calf Zach, and everywhere else you can find me at Zach Hendricks Voiceover or Zach Hendricks Media. Searching either one will get you to everything. But also, if it's all right, I would love to share another place you can find me, which is the 48-hour film fest that I just did. So, Mike, if I send it to you, I got like a 18-second teaser trailer for this film that I just did a couple days ago.
I saw you. Did you send it on the chat?
I didn't hit enter. I just sent it in the chat. It's 18 seconds, and so I did the audio I recorded the audio, and then I mixed the audio for the trailer last night.
Okay. All I see here is Crimson. Oh wait, it's on the podcast.
Oh yeah, the podcast private chat.
Okay, let me go ahead and click on it.
Ooh.
It's called Serious Beta.
Is it rated PG?
The trailer might as well be. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. And not there. Let me turn off the music.
So Mike's finding that we were given the sci-fi category, and there are rules. So the film itself, we had to have we had to have one character with a specific name. We had to have a physical recorder on camera at one point. Yeah. And then we also had to have it be about colonists.
All right.
But yes.
So without further ado, Cyrus Beta, please keep your hands, feet, arms, legs, and ears inside the tram of all times.
Oh, it's muted.
Okay, yeah, I just muted it right now while I play.
Oh, cool.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, play.
We can't hear it.
We cannot hear. That's okay. Well, anyways, the part that I did is the part that you can't hear. But yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a good trailer, my friend. It's 34 seconds long.
Fix that, Mike.
I think the whole trailer. I'm like, oh, who's this guy? What's this about?
30 seconds
We're
long.
only interested
That's
in
me.
the quiet part.
All right. So after the podcast, go follow Zach at Twitter, and he will drop the trailer there, so you guys can take a look at it. That gives you an incentive to go follow Zach as well on Twitter.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, Zach, on Twitter. And then continuing over to Hyrule, where Lilly lives, right next to across the pond where Epona drowned the other day.
No.
She is a
was
sacred.
that?
First of all, Epona is the most sacred horse patron saint of horses.
The horse god can bring her back. It's fine.
Ah,
Yeah,
Sure.
that's
We
true.
can't call Melania.
Fun fact:
Yeah, but Melania's gonna be mad.
I have never had any of my horses die in Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. Not
I
once.
haven't. I almost cried.
I have to admit that I actually just rode my horse off a cliff.
Go sit in the corner.
But
Mike.
no, she's
calling
well. Bona is doing well. She's doing well. So, well, you can follow me or you can subscribe to my channel. You can find me as Lilly Hyrule. I am going to be uploading a few reels on Instagram because Instagram keeps pushing reels. But I do have a big announcement for next week, but I'm not going to give you more information on that until next week. I'm very excited for that. But we are going to stream, or I'm going to start playing Echoes of Wisdom on Saturday. That's going to be at 5. It's already scheduled in my channel, so feel free to hop in. It's only going to be like the first part of the game, but I will continue to stream it or to play it. I usually schedule them in advance, so as soon as you go into my channel, you'll see it there. You can click on the Notify Me button. Tomorrow, Saturday, I'm going to finish Ocarina of Time Deku Tree. So we have Breath of the Wild. I was very concerned, to be honest, that it did not explain how to go between the two. And I just realized that I made a really great choice of starting with Breath of the Wild, because after Breath of the Wild, it does explain to you what you need to do to make it Ocarina of Time. So I think it was a good call for me to start with Breath of the Wild. That's also scheduled in my channel. And it's going to be a super busy week next week because we're getting the Nintendo Switch Lite for Echoes of Wisdom, or the Hyrule version. We're also getting Twilight Princess Manga's box set available. It's available on Amazon, by the way. It's going to be it's going to be released next week as well. So aside from the actual game and things like that, so there's gonna be a lot of content next week. My wallet is gonna feel that.
My wallet hurts for you,
but I'll be happy with that's important.
But there's a way you can make it up. You can
pay it off later.
Listen, there's a way you can make it up to Lily. If you go and watch her content, right, then that revenue will go up a little bit, and it'll help cover those costs for that content she's making for you. So don't forget to hit subscribe to Lily. Make sure to hit that bell for notifications. And when you do hit that bell for notifications on all channels, make sure that if you're watching from your phone, you have YouTube notifications also turned on, because that's another one that YouTube never mentions, and that's why a lot of people don't get notified.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying. But yeah, if you go into the settings, you can toggle them on.
Yeah, so hit the notification to the notification to the notification, and you'll get that. You'll get notified.
Yes,
And they'll get notified.
All right. Did Joycey? Did I go over Joycey? Am I going nuts? Did Joycey? Did you?
No,
Tell her?
she's
You did, right?
I don't think I did I? No.
No.
I'm Joyce. I'm very tired.
Hi, Joycey.
Hi. I am only on Twitter at DJ Joycey. Like I told somebody else in the chat earlier. I'm on Discord. I'm in Mike's Discord. I'm in so if you're on Discord and you don't want to create like a separate account or anything, believe me, I understand. We all have way too much social media. You can also message me on Discord.
Trust me, you get a reward with Joycey, because you'll never have a dull moment when Joycey's in the house or in the chat.
I don't know about that.
Trust.
I'll be half asleep sometimes. I'll be like, what? Joycey, how do you beat this boss in Ocarina of Time on the 5th dungeon? I don't know. Where are you? What happened? What is it?
All right. So my friends on my side of the woods.
They're over in Mike's neck of the woods.
My over neck of the woods, we got some stuff going on.
We don't take too kindly to stuff going on around town.
Shot my cow, and anyway. So
I'll call it Peter on you.
In Minecraft, not real life. Anyway, so
Zach almost left us.
I got a couple things going on in my neck of the woods. First things first. On Wednesday, we have the debut of the Indie Spotlight podcast, a child of the Indie Mania show. If you enjoyed the show, then you will enjoy hearing from the developers on the show. They are scheduled all the way through. I mean, we have a lot of developers coming in, showing their games We have a nice, fun discussion and conversation. We show the game, and guess what? Every single episode is accompanied by free games, digital codes. So if you like free games, like digital codes, this for Wednesday, the 20-something Wednesday the 23rd, the first episode of the Indie Spotlight podcast is airing on the Indie Mania channel. So go ahead and give a subscribe over there. Make sure you turn that notification on. And
the 25th, Mike.
Oh, it is? Wednesday?
Yeah. Today's the 20th.
Yeah, because the 26th is
I'm looking at October. I'm looking at October. Sorry. My birthday month, so I'm excited. Anyway, it's Wednesday the 25th. That's when the first episode is going to air. I'm looking at 1 to 2 episodes a month, so that we have, doesn't really kind of just to make sure I stay faithful to all the podcasts coming out and make sure that we give the developers enough time. But that is something big that is going on there right now. The giveaway prizes have been not sent out, but winners. Emails have been sent out. So if you participated in the Indie Mania giveaway, then emails have sent out. You have 7 days exactly from the moment you receive that email to claim the prize. Now, if you claim the prize on day number 8, I'm so sorry, but that prize has moved on to bigger and better things. And so
it's your fault.
Yeah.
Not your fault, meaning Mike.
That prize went to the same farm that my goldfish went to.
No. Your goldfish went to a farm, man. He went to a beautiful farm. So yeah, make sure that you check your spam folder first. If they're not claimed, then I'll pick more winners. We'll pick more winners, and then of course, until finally we get some winners. Digital codes will go out. Also, we have a ton of them, and we also have the season finale of the podcast happening on December 12th. Season finale of the Nintopics podcast. It's going to be a pajama party while we watch the Game Awards, and we have pizza and popcorn
And eat snacks.
I'm gonna have pizza.
I'll have more airheads.
And so we're gonna have pizza, popcorn, airheads, and then of course we're gonna have giveaways, also video game giveaways on that podcast as well. Is our season finale is gonna be fun. I'm telling you now, so you guys can write it down on your calendar because it's not a Friday, it's a Thursday because that's when the Game Awards air. And so write down your calendar on December. The podcast is on the 12th because it's when the Game Awards end. And that is the last episode of the year. We'll come back in January after a little break and a little break. So that.
Can I ask you a favor, Mike?
Yeah, go ahead.
What's your Discord? I don't know how to get the link.
So my Discord is, I don't know. Let me go check.
I mean, I know where it is, but it's like once I joined, I was like, okay.
Is there?
I don't know how to get a link. Yeah, how do I get a link?
Okay, so I think I have a link here. I have a link. I'll put it in the chat. I'll put it in the chat. I also have my amazing mods in the chat as well.
I'm a mod too, and I have no clue where the link.
Here you go. There is a link now that I just dropped from my Discord.
There we go.
If you want to join the community, we have a beautiful community full of amazing people. We're always there for each other in Discord. You guys have an amazing. So Discord link is right there. All right. So in the channel, we have a lot of things going on. Like I said, a lot of things going on.
busy.
Monday to Friday news. Monday to Friday news on the channel. It's all calmed down. I've gotten into a nice little rhythm, and finally we broke the 50K subscriber milestone. We're nearing 5.2 now, 50.2. So the growth is happening pretty good. I think we're in a little wave, so that's a good thing. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you are new to the Odyssey family, you are amazing for doing so. And once again, thank you for being part of the Nintopics podcast. We will see you next Friday for our first impressions of the Legend of Zelda tears of the wind. I mean, echoes.
Tears of the echo.
Tears of the wisdom. The wisdom?
Of the
The
wisdom.
wise
The
and the
Echoes of the wisdom.
and the wisdom. So before we let you go, my friends, there's two very important things that we need to let you know. And if you completely just ignored everything we said on the podcast,
Rewind it and rewatch it.
if there are two things you need to listen to, is these two words, because these could change your life. Drop something. These
Not those words.
these
Drop something.
these words can change your life. You know. Number one, what is it, Joycey?
Never give up. Don't do that, because we need you.
Don't
You
give up.
important to us.
Look at this. Look at this. Paul show. Never give up on wisdom.
Wherever you go in life, you must seek out the wisdom
Don't give up. Don't
and
do
the
it.
corresponding echoes.
But you know why? You know why you can't give up, Paul? Why can't they give up, Paul?
Because you've got a journey on.
And they go,
Superman Paul.
Super!
give
Anyone
up.
watching One Piece?
Because you got to be here for the next day.
yeah.
For all of
We
the
need
Zelda and
you.
your friends and us and to every Friday and more
We're excited
Nintendo.
to see you every
There's
week.
so many good things.
Yes.
The journey continues, guys. Journey continues. I forgot to share something. I found Kung Fu on NES and I bought it finally. My Kung Fu game
Nice.
from my childhood. So I have it somewhere around here. All right, so journey on, my friends. Don't give up, because you never know. Tomorrow might be the day you get that thing you want, but you've been looking for it. So keep fighting, keep being you, keep being awesome. On behalf of the Nintendo Podcast, peace.
Ace.
Peace.
Good night, guys.
Good night. Enjoy your weekend.
Oh wait, hold on. This one.
Wait a minute. What?
Is it like the
That's
thriller?
after 10 o'clock music.
The
Oh,
thriller?
it is after 10 o'clock. Go ahead.
I don't know how to do a thrill dance. This is called the server.
Joycey, say your line.
Which one?
And the podcast,
Oh,
Mike.
yeah. Hit the podcast, Mike. I'm tired.
As soon as I find that button, I'll end it.
All right. I'm getting tired now.
No, seriously, in the podcast, Mike. I'm tired.
It's almost